just going up now. The Essendon cheer squad.
That's a magnificent banner, Peter, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Must be, what, 40 feet long. The kids can hardly hold this one up. It's split apart. Bad luck for them.
And the Essendon side now coming out onto the ground. Rumours in the camp this morning was that Torbett was going to go onto the bench if Michael Moncrief was on the bench for Hawthorn, and Timmy Watson could be playing at centre-half forward, but given a roving commission in that sense. But we'll know when the sides take up their positions, Bob, but I guess few players would line up where they were selected on Thursday night.
Yes, I think there'll be a few changes, and I think they will even change again, depending on where the respective sides place their teams in Hawthorn or Essendon, whoever. I'm sure that both coaches will have picked out certain players, and he'll be taken by Eade or he'll be taken by Robertson, and wherever they play, they'll go with each other.
Right, well, both teams making their respective laps of the grounds. Essendon getting plenty of boos and cheers, as Hawthorn did just a few moments ago. The cheer squads are making their way off the ground, and I think we might take these messages from all studios and be back at the GABBA for further comment in just a moment.
It's as though Hawthorn are kicking to the left of screen, Bob, or right of screen?
Right of screen, Lou. Essendon won the toss and have elected to go with the breeze.
Well, that's understandable.
Justin Madden going down there to the full forward zone. I noticed that Moncrief's down there in defence. He could be down there in that centre-half back.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the rumour I heard was then correct. If Moncrief was playing, he was going to be minded by Steve Torbett, or if Moncrief was on the bench, he was going to be assisted to the bench again by Steve Torbett.
Well, Torbett's on the ground because Stoneham and Thompson have come onto the interchange for Essendon, and Payton and Russo for Hawthorn.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We see Moncrief down there in the back pocket, so he's got the job of minding Simon Madden.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yep. Ronnie Andrews is down there on the forward line too, going down to full forward.
Well, Andrews played very well when we saw him against North Melbourne in an attacking role, Lou.
Yes, he kicked 2 goals in the quarter and finished up with 3 for the game. Andrews in the full forward zone.
Mew has got Simon Madden at centre-half forward and centre-half back respectively.
Well, what position is Moncrief playing? Is he running loose down there? A loose
he
man?
Hasn't got a player at the moment because Timmy Watson's right up on the half-back flank, basically. And, no, Moncrief now is with Burdett.
Well, that's interesting.
They're all confused out there.
They are, I dare say. Moncrief will be too tall for Burdett, but the latter could be a little bit too fast. So the first quarter now from the GABBA. Before a very big crowd here this afternoon. First knockout to Justin Madden. It goes out towards Bahajar. He's having a little bit of trouble picking it up. Robertson went through for Hawthorn. Eventually the hand passes out to Goss. Goss in turn gets it out to Hawthorn centre man Wallace, who in turn gives it to Eade. Eade down towards left half forward, and the ball over the line on the full, and so it's going to be a free kick to Essendon to be taken either by Glenn Hawker or Steve Torbett. Torbett is the man with the free kick. Torbett is at right half back. Kick dropping a little bit short in towards the centre. Mew flew in front of Goss, couldn't take it. Polkinghorne getting grabbed by Watson, slow to get rid of it. Over the boundary line again. I think players might take a few minutes to find their feet on this ground, figuratively speaking. The flanks could confuse them. It's fairly wide, and as we mentioned before, the ground shaped like a pear. There's a wrestling match. Don Scott in the thick of things again. No free kick forthcoming out of that, and eventually umpire Cameron coming in and finding one to Essendon, and it's going against Don Scott, perhaps not unpredictably, and going to Justin Madden. So Madden to take the free kick, almost at centre wing. He could drive this well up towards the half-forward line. Out comes DP Domenico with Chris Mew. Watson, handball over the top. Burdett to Madden. Madden shoots for goal. First score of the match coming up to Essendon. Full points to the Bombers. Well, he kicked that one from really the centre half-forward position, if there is one on this short ground, and Simon Madden bringing up the first goal.
I think it was evident that, you know, it's fairly easy to, once you've got possession and a clear shot, the centre square line, from that moment forward, any chance is kickable.
Well, that goal coming at the minute-and-a-half mark of the first quarter. So the Bombers off to a good start, but they're kicking with the breeze. About, well, it's a 2 or 3 goal breeze, I would say. Back it goes there to Justin Madden. Gets it out. Goss has collared. Back to Matthews, playing in the centre of the ground. He goes down. Umpire said dropping the ball, and well tackled by Bahajar. Bahajar's kick is up there. Schultz is there, punched away by Turner. Comes back to Wallace. Oh, there's a free kick for sure. It'll be a free kick to Wallace out there at half back.
I think Wallace has his hand heavily bandaged.
Yes, he's had a very good season this year, Wallace. Really made a great comeback for Hawthorn. Ball dropping a bit short. Players place themselves. Tuck gets up for Hajar, starring at the moment. A beautiful ball, a hand pass out to Watson, and watch him go. Goes for a pass out wide. Coming out to meet it now is Burdett. Can't pick it up on the line, and it's out of bounds. Out of bounds about 30 metres around from that Essendon goal. And they're off to a great start. They're 1 goal, 6 points to Hawthorn yet to score. Beautiful day here today at the GABBA Oval at Brisbane. Ball knocked down. It'll be a free kick against Simon Madden. A free kick to go to Don Scott.
In golden boots.
In golden boots, and we expect some fireworks from this guy today as the ball goes out now. Going after is Nagel. Punched out that time by Robertson. And the ball is out up towards the wing. I don't know where the wing is here, Bob, because it's such a peculiar shaped ground.
It's pretty wide too, the wings.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Scott getting under Madden that time, buffeting for position. Actually, Scott got it down, but the ball is out of bounds again.
Interesting duel, that, Lou, the experience of Scott against the height of Madden.
I think the only thing that could happen to Scott, he might get tired before the end of the day, because that certainly wears you out, Bob.
Yes, but then they've got Davies to come in, so between the two of them, they should be able to take it right up to them.
Ball back to Robertson. He was grabbed. That's Carey going after it. That's Andrews' disciple, Madden, trying to get it out. Scott's into his back there too. He and Scott are going to have a go before the day's over, I'd say.
I see Carey has the job of minding Matthews, Lou.
Set a bounce. Well, Carey knows a bit about it. He's got that mad stare in his eye. Knocked out by Madden again. Down goes Goss. Got one too high, and Goss will take the free kick at half-back for Hawthorn.
Yes, it's close to half-back, but he's just about up to the centre wing, Goss. Redirecting play towards centre-half forward, looking for Tuck. Davies was the high flyer, and a free kick to Davies. Well, he was in front, so maybe he got a nudge out, or he was held when not in possession. Now it's going to Tuck. Tuck was held when not in possession, says the umpire. Michael Tuck, who can kick it a proverbial mile. That's a beautiful kick by Tuck up towards the 10-metre square. In fact, it's a score. Hawthorn's first score. It's gone through for 1 behind. And we see the goal umpires appropriately decked out. Without the traditional white coat. Well, that's sensible. So 6 points to 1. Essendon leading. Crow. Knock on by Crow. Down towards Tuck. Nearly picked up by Folds. Eade. And Nagel taking the ball over the line in front of Peter Manane. Left half forward for Hawthorn. First quarter in progress, just on 5 minutes. Madden and Tuck contest. Down to Robertson. Robertson with a very quick kick up towards full forward. Goad, or knocked away from him by his own teammate Davies, and taken away by Reid for Essendon. Reid goes for the long kick to get it up towards the centre wing position. DP Domenico's there, takes the mark, and could even be given a 15-metre penalty as well. He's on centre wing. Back to centre half forward, or Tuck getting very high in the air. To Bahaja though. Essendon playing well at the moment, is driven away by Neil Danaher up towards centre half forward, and the mark taken down there by Jeff Burdett. That was a great grab. Burdett, long handball out towards half forward. Too slow, Mervyn Nagel. DP Domenico can't take it. Matthews will go for the handball. It's long. Goss at centre field. Goss out towards Manane, left half forward. He'll drive Hawthorn into attack. A good kick by Manane up towards full forward, and the mark taken over the line by Hawker. Or was it... No, it has been allowed as a mark. Hawker with the mark right in the goal line.
Marked that right on the line that time, Hawker. The kick back there towards centre half-back. Carey coming in unattended. Oh, he got under that one, and a good mark to Wallace. So Wallace has started off all right, the same way as Bahaja. He's been a pretty good player in the first 5 minutes. The ball back there towards the full forward position. Knocked to the ground by Davies. Driven out there again by Hawker out wide. Comes to the ground now. Coming in to meet it is Big Madden. Can't pick it up. Backed up by Scott. He tries to get around Madden, but he grabs him. But Ablett finally gets the kick back. In front is Davies, punched away again by Torbett. The ball driven back there by Hawthorn. Essendon back there towards Moncrief, playing in defence today. Nagel swoops on the ball. Gets away from his opponents. Beautiful. This fella can really move. And a great player as he sends the ball back there towards that half-forward line. But a good mark taken in defence there by Hawthorn. And Turner the ball that takes the ball. Out it goes now to Tuck. At the back is Crow. Goes for the punch. Once again, it's Nagel. A high kick back there towards Turner again. He'll try to grab this on the line. It doesn't matter. It'll be a penalty free kick to Turner down there at half back. So we see the scoreboard. Hawthorn 1 point to Essendon 1 goal, 6 points. About 7 minutes into this quarter.
15-metre penalty, Lou.
Well, that brings him right up to the half back line. As I said before, it's very difficult to distinguish the positions here at the moment because of the shape of the ground.
That's impossible.
Turner now ready to put Hawthorn back into play. kick out there towards that wing position. Falls a bit short, unattended that time. Tuck takes an easy mark round about the centre field area. Goes for a short pass. Chance here for Goad. He taps the ball in front of him. Hawker's right into his back there. And finally it's forced out of bounds by Reed, about 30 metres around from the Hawthorn goal.
So boundary throw in, Hawthorn in attack. Davies at the back, nudged him out. The umpires in Victoria do not like Rick Davies. Percentage of free kicks for and against would be well in the opposition's favour. That's a good 15-metre penalty. Like to get real estate from that guy. Half back or half forward for Essendon. Moncrief grabbed by Burdett. We're not in possession, must get a free kick. It's an unusual position for Moncrief to be playing.
Well, particularly on a smaller player like Burdett too, Peter.
Well, Burdett could be a lot faster than Moncrief.
Moncrief's actually on Terry Danaher, Lou. Di Domenico's got Burdett.
Well, that was the way they started off, so they've changed over. Neil Danaher's there. He can't pick it up. For Hawthorn, it's Russell Green. Green in towards the forward pocket. That's rolling. That's almost a goal. On the line is Robertson. Gives it back to Davies. Didn't bounce too well for him. No, can't put it through. It's a point.
A fresh air shot then.
Well, there was plenty of pressure on the Hawthorn forwards by the Essendon defenders. Well played by the Bombers. And so still at the 9-minute mark of the first quarter, Hawthorn yet to score a goal. They're 2 behind. Essendon has the 1 goal on the board as it comes out towards the back pocket again. And Essendon defending pretty well, but they're kicking with the breeze. Down towards half forward. Di Domenico and Burdett fly. Polkinghorne off the ground. It's over the line in the full. And the free kick will go Essendon's way in the forward pocket. And it will be taken down there by... I think Watson's going to take it. No, it's Fowler.
Fowler with the ball now, about 20 metres out, right on the boundary line. A difficult shot, this one. But at least he's on the right side for right foot. Not a bad sort of a kick by Fowler. Madden goes there, but Mew knocks it in for Hawthorn. It's through for 1 point. So Essendon go to 1 goal, 1, 7 points to Hawthorn, 2 points only. And we're approaching the 10-minute mark. This is the first quarter. Watson goes for the mark, knocks it down to Nagel. He's collared by Moncrief. He goes down. The umpire said he had no hope. So it'll be a ball up on the edge of the square there towards Essendon's half-forward line. It'll be Justin Madden against big Payton this time. Madden gets it down again. He's impossible to beat that guy. The ball is kicked out by Wallace up towards Tuck and Crow. It's knocked to the ground. Coming in to meet it now is Abbott. He can't pick it up. He spins out. He loses it. Ball tapped away. Reed tried to pick up a hand pass from Abbott out there to Goss. An open shot. Fires. Goad couldn't, Davis couldn't pick it up once again. It's Hawker going for a kick along the ground. Not a good one. Coming out to meet it is Carey. Beats it. Matthews goes down. And Carey kicks it along the ground back there towards Fowles. He's grabbed on the line. He's still on the inside the field. And the ball comes back there towards the wing position. Madden gets up, but it'll be a free kick against Justin Madden. The free kick to go to Payton if we're in the back. Kick by Payton is up there towards the forward pocket for Hawthorn. Talbot goes to big punts. Grabbed here by Hurd. Well collared that time, but in the back against Wallace, and Hurd takes the free kick out there at centre half back for Essendon. The kick back towards centre field. Flying high as Moncrief. Couldn't hold the mark. Recovers well, then runs into trouble. Now it's Reed's turn to break clear. His kick is smothered again. Punched on, but picked up again by Moncrief. Back there towards Tuck. It's too high. We've got a chance to break clear here now. Tuck gets around his opponent. He'll straighten up and fire for the goals. But once again, the Hawks are off target. It's through for another point.
Well, Hawthorn squandering a few opportunities up forward. 3 behind, 3 points. Essendon 1-1. Hawthorn seem to have had most of the play up there. But the Essendon defence is standing pretty firm, Bob.
Yes, that one from Michael Tuck was one that, well, I was already ready to put it down as a goal. Normally a great kick.
Ball back into play. Justin Madden again with Payton. In the middle is Tuck, and Tuck just about brought that down too. Fowler threw the ball out to Nagel. Nagel with the handball, legitimate that time, to Foulds. Foulds is right half forward flank now, moving very swiftly. Looks for Burdett or Andrews. Andrews gets the ball knocked away by Kelvin Moore. It comes to the half back line and picked up by Russell Green for Hawthorn. Green, short pass, an ill-directed one at that, towards the centre wing position. It's all Essendon out there. It's Neil Danaher with the ball. Gets clear of Robertson. Into the centre, short. Handball taken by Schultz. Schultz is within scoring distance. Kick well smothered though by Chris Mew. Good defence now by Hawthorn as Mew's kick goes up towards Lee Matthews. Gets one in the back and should get a 15-metre penalty. None forthcoming, but Matthews would almost be within kicking distance. Off the side of the boot and going through for yet another behind to Hawthorn. So they can kick them from the square line at each end of the ground, irrespective of the wind. 7 points, plays 4. in favour of Essendon. This inaccuracy by Hawthorn could be costly later in the match. Torbett looks for Folds. Folds and Eade. Folds is first to recover, and he's gone for a pass. Polkinghorne there for Hawthorn. Bahaja, one over the head. Takes it in front of Turner to Nagel, streaming goalwards. Could be a score for Essendon here. Nagel's shot is off the side of the boot though and goes out of bounds, not in the full, a throw in the forward pocket.
Well, it's about 10 metres around from the Essendon goal. At the moment, they're 1 goal, 7 points to Hawthorn, 4 points only. Hawthorn yet to score a goal. 14 minutes gone of the first quarter. Knocked out by Simon Madden. Back it goes to Simon Madden, a poor kick back there towards Green. He gets out of the pack okay, kicks the ball back there towards the wing position. Going after it now is Reed. It doesn't bounce right. Robertson goes for the punch, plays the ball well in front of him. Now it's out of bounds on Hawthorn's half-back line. Well, I just think that the Bombers are not capitalising on this breeze enough at the moment, Bob. I think it's in favour of Hawthorn, even though they're kicking badly for goal.
Yes, Hawthorn have had most of the play, and there is an advantage with the breeze, but not a lot anyway.
Well, there's Danaher's kick smothered, picked up by Fowler over to Nagel. Again, he's doing a great job in the centre. This will be a better kick. He goes for a pass out there to Bird. It's too long. DiPietro Menigo can't pick it up. He spins out of the pack, but the ball is out of bounds. Umpire said he was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. Then he bumps into Bird. That could be a pretty rough and tumble show. And DiPietro Menigo. Bertie DiPietro Menigo with the ball on that half-back line. Kicks it back there towards the wing position. There's Madden flying high. Nearly grabbed it the second time, but we see he got his mate in the face that time. Crow.
Crow's got the free kick.
Crow's got the free kick. I reckon Madden got him that time.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I think the umpire couldn't be colour-blind, Peter Cameron, could he? There's the kick by Crow. Down there towards the full forward zone. Andrews coming in there to have a go too. Madden flew high. Oh, Moore lost sight of it that time. Picked up by Mew. Hit DiPietro Menigo in the back. Back it comes there again. Neither side can pick it up. We see the ball picked up by Terry Danaher. Straightens up, fires. And Madden couldn't hold it. Hits the deck again. Plenty of Hawthorn defenders there. As we see Mew drive the ball back there towards centre field. And a great mark taken that time by Justin Madden. 15-metre penalty. Foolish play on the part of Hawthorn that time. And we see the ball kicked up there towards the full forward zone again. There's Madden going, but that's a great mark to Moore.
Keldon Moore, although conceding quite a few inches to Simon Madden.
Oh, there's one down.
And he's reported, I would say.
Ronnie Andrews dropped him like a sack of spuds.
He's got him all right.
He's got him. You're gone this time, Ronnie boy.
He got DiPietro Menigo.
Oh, right in the mouth. Right in the mouth. I tell you what, if I was going to pick on a Hawthorn player to biff, I'd biff somebody else. I'd be looking over the shoulder, Ronnie, for the rest of the day. Although I think he can take care of himself.
He staggered DiPietro Menigo just the same, but...
staggered him, he dropped him.
He's ready to come back and go. I think I'd get settled down a bit, Bertie.
Ball out towards the half-back line. Justin Madden too tall to Manane. Manane left half-back. Over the head of Lee Matthews. Goss is there, though, and takes a very good mark in front of Hurd. And good to see Shane Hurd back in the Essendon side, too, after a broken leg. Tuck couldn't take the mark. Reed got pushed in the back, but the umpire didn't see that. Fowler trying to go through, not having much success. In fact, it's a bit of a scramble out there, and so the umpire has decided to ball it up. Ball up in Hawthorn's forward pocket. Knocked down by Davies, actually, on that occasion. Goad can't get clear. Reed for Essendon can. Reed goes for the long kick to get Essendon up towards centre wing position. Schultz flies, so too does Justin Madden. He plays on straight away. A much improved player down towards his brother Simon. Into the back of Kelvin Moore, maybe. No free kick, says the umpire. Burdett showing a lot of pace. Andrews, goal, hit the post. So one behind to the Bombers to take their total to 1 goal to 8 points. Hawthorn 4 behinds, 4 points.
Ball out there towards that back pocket. Well picked up by Watson, running to an open goal. He fires, and that's a goal. That's the second goal to Essendon. Good.
You got dreams for Essendon, dreams for Essendon. You're gonna make such a mighty team with it, and you'll be proud, proud, proud to put your name on a Mazda.
Mazda Easy Loaders let you load more and load it more easily because the wheels are under the floor where they belong. You'll be proud to put your name on a Mazda.
At the 18-minute mark, it's 2 goals, 2-14. Essendon to Hawthorn, 4 points. A good goal coming for Watson. They're off again, the Bombers. Out it goes to their half-forward flank. Bahajar can't pick it up. Ball finally tapped on by Ed, picked up by Tucker, hand pass coming out there to Wallace. Drives the ball over the half-forward line, looking there for Davis. Oh, beautiful play as he tapped it back, looking there for Matthews on the line. Carey's into his back, but he's got a free kick, Matthews, even though he grabbed Carey by the foot, and Carey's not too happy about that decision, but first in, first served, I would say.
Yes, the free kick had been given well before Carey was grabbed by the foot.
We see Matthews, one on the boundary line, about 45 metres out from goal. The kick by Matthews. Not a bad sort of a kick either. That's a goal. A beautiful goal by Lethal Lee Matthews. So it's 1 goal for 10 points, Hawthorn, to Essendon 2-2 Hawthorn. I reckon the Hawthorn are doing a pretty good job kicking against this breeze, Bob.
Yes, their defence is standing firm. Muir has been great at centre half forward. In fact, Essendon have switched Andrews and Madden. Kelvin Moore was on top of Andrews. Muir was doing a wonderful job against Simon Madden. The Hawthorn defence, excuse me, is doing great.
OK, ball back into the centre again. Tuck doing the ruck work and gets it down towards Payton. Bahaja in there, but the hand pass comes out towards Eade, who got offloaded in no uncertain manner by Andrews again. Mew picks up the ball. High kick. Underneath it is Crow. Well, they all misjudged that one. Davies looks for a hand pass, gets it to Goad in lightning-style fashion. Here's a goal coming up to Robertson. And that resulted from a fine piece of handball, as I said, lightning-like from Rick Davies. And Alan Goad eventually capitalising and putting it through. And Hawthorn hit the front for the first time today by 2 points. That goal, of course, kicked by Robertson, but Davies' handball there I thought was superb.
Yeah, to Goad, and Goad gave it to Robertson. Beautiful play. Quick thinking on the part of the ex-South Australian, Bob.
Even the wasn't just the thinking, the slick piece of handball. It really did
in replay.
Go quickly. Robertson finishing it off, and great teamwork by Hawthorn, but full credit to Rick Davies.
We're 20 minutes into the first quarter now from the GABBA. Justin Madden getting it down again. Wallace, Andrews. And that's Foles. Oh, high kick down towards the centre half forward position. Madden almost took a screamer, couldn't complete the mark. A big pack of players developing. Umpire Cameron has decided to ball it up.
Well, it'll be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Essendon goal. Hawthorn doing pretty well at the moment. Knocked out by Moncrief. A chance for Turner to crash through the pack. He's down. Umpires that are towing the ball against him. I don't think anyone grabbed him then.
Well, I agree with you, Lou.
No one grabbed him. He fell over his own shadow. And the free kick will go to Burdett about 20 metres out from goal directly in front. And, of course, if he kicks this, it'll make the Bombers in front. The kick by Burdett is OK. It's right through the middle. So at the 21-minute mark of the first quarter, it's Essendon 3 goals, 2-20 to Hawthorn 4-16. Well, that amazed me, that free kick, Bub.
Yes, I couldn't see how it could possibly go against Turner. If anything, I thought he was tackled too high, but he certainly was not grabbed. We watch again on replay now as Simon Madden brings the ball down. Turner actually overruns it the first time. A big pack of players forming. Umpire Peter Cameron coming in to decide to bounce it again.
Centre field. Bounce this time at Scott against Justin Madden. Knocked out by Madden. Down it comes to Bahaja. Knocked on by Foles. Down towards their half-forward line. Well played by Turner, but once again he's upended. He couldn't get clear. They pile on top of him, and there'll be a ball out there towards the wing position. So we're waiting now for the umpire to bounce the ball. It'll be Scott against Justin Madden again. Madden gets up. Scott actually got that down to Matthews. Gets a hurried kick out wide. Going after it now is Ede. It'll beat him, and the ball is out of bounds. So we're at the 22-minute mark. And Essendon 3 goals, 2-20 to Hawthorn 2-4-16, and the Bombers kicking with the breeze this quarter. I don't know if it's that strong, but I reckon it's worth about 2 or 3 goals at least. Oh, there's Scott having a go at Madden. He got him one there, and the umpire's penalising him. And, of course, it looks as though Andrews has been reported for knocking Bertie Di Pierdomenico.
What's there about that? 15-metre penalty against Scotty, which was pretty silly. Scott ran right over the mark. And that brings Madden 15 metres closer to goal, and he's kicking the ball very well at the moment. Madden decides to go for the handball. Bahaja's on his own. Out towards Carey. Carey from half forward. He can score from there. Beautiful kick by Carey. Look at that for a goal. Superb stuff. Carey bringing up his first goal for the Bombers, and they go further ahead. They're looking the goods at the moment. 4-2, 26 to Hawthorn, 2-4-16.
I think you summed it up, Peter, when you said that it was a foolish free kick by Scotty. There was no need to give away a 15-metre penalty there. It wasn't even one of those where you're trying to get your players time to pick them up down the field, and that did bring them within kicking distance.
22.5 minutes have gone in the first quarter, so 2 mistakes by veteran Hawthorn players, namely Moore and Scott, resulting ultimately in goals. Bahaja pulled around the neck. Matthews tries to get rid of the ball, not having much success. And umpire Cameron again deciding to ball it up. It's on centre wing on the outer side. Scott. Justin Madden. Yeah, frustration. And saying, get off me, you big lug.
Well, it'll take Justin Madden about a quarter of an hour to untangle himself away from Scott then, Pete.
It just about looked like the old Indian deathlock. Up towards half forward. Two Hawthorn players fight each other for the ball. Ablett comes out with it eventually. It goes in short towards the centre. Madden's there and takes it at the second bite. He'll go for the handball. That's successful. Over there towards Hawker. Hawker's kick up towards centre half forward. Knocked away by Turner. In goes Bahajar. Almost caught with the ball. Watson comes in. Gets offloaded. Drops the ball like a hot potato. Andrews out towards Burdett. Burdett with the handball back in towards Neil Danaher. Wallace caught and drops the ball. Picked up by Mew. Mew and turn over to Scott. Scott's handball was too long and too fast for Ablett. His opposite number 2, Reid, goes for the short pass. At the pear-shaped end of the ground, down comes Polkinghorne with the ball, but it's out of bounds. It beats him just next to the players' interchange area, and we'll see it thrown in right there. It's Essendon's half-forward flank.
Out of bounds about 60 metres around from their goal. Knocked out by Madden again. He's dominating the ruck at the moment. The ball forced out of bounds again. This time it's about 45 metres around from the Essendon goal. And at the moment they're 4 goals, 2-26 to Hawthorn, 2-4-16. Scott and Madden again. Scott got that one down, a good one, but Reid intercepts, goes down. Oh, Scott missed him by inches that time. Nearly took his head right off. And the umpire, what's he going to do here? It'll be a ball up. Round about that half-forward area, about 50 metres out from the Essendon goal. Scott and Madden again. Scott got it down again. He's going in all right, Scotty, and the umpire's found a free kick.
That was a fair bump.
And this time it'll go to Polkinghorne at half back for Hawthorn. Well, let's see what can happen from this kick. The ball across to centre field. Coming across is Tuck at the back of the pack. Nearly grabbed that mark. Umpire didn't pay it. A hand pass coming out from Hurd over to Fowler. The ball down there towards Justin Madden. Punched away by Moore. Oh, funny old kick as he goes to the ground by Moncrief, and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds. This time it's on the other side of the ground, about 35, 40 metres around from the Essendon goal. Fantastic crowd here today, a capacity house, and they're certainly right behind this game. They're really showing their feelings by yelling out and screaming as the ball comes down there to Foles again. It falls a bit short, coming into mid at turn. Has a go for Bahajar. Spins back into trouble. They collar him. Goss got him. Finally Goad picks up the ball. Out there it goes now to Tuck in front. Punched away by Crow. Down it comes to Mew. He can't get clear. He's grabbed. He and Andrews are having a battle. And of course we mentioned once before that Andrews looks as though he's been reported for having a bit of a dip at DP Domenico. So it'll be a ball up out there at half forward for Essendon. Madden and Scott again. Scott goes down. He's got one in the back, and Don Scott using a bit of experience that time. Bomb out manoeuvred the younger fellow.
He jumped up well before, and I think put himself in great position to get the free kick there.
Speaking of DP Domenico, he's still bleeding from the mouth after that clash with Andrews as Scott takes the free kick at left half back. Matthews couldn't take the tap on. Robertson. Ball scooped out towards Matthews again. And he has not been given any latitude at all today. He might get a free kick here. In fact, Matthews has the free. Left half forward, about 60 metres from goal. In fact, it's really on centre wing, but look at the distance. He's kicked the ball. Tucker screamer! In fact, it was the same as the one he took before, which wasn't allowed. So Michael Tuck, revelling in the dry conditions here at the GABBA this afternoon, brings in the mark, and of course, well within kicking distance. He's almost directly in front of goal.
I don't know whether Tuck can see the game out at this pace because he's covering a lot of that ground.
Certainly is. Michael Tuck, 15 metres out, shoots at goal, has made no mistake, and has put it through for his first goal and Hawthorn's third, a badly needed one by the Hawks, to bring them up to 3-4, 22, trailing Essendon 4-2, 26.
Well, there's only 2 points in it, Pete, and I reckon they've done a pretty good job this first quarter. What do you say, Bob?
Yes, I think the honours so far must be with Hawthorn, although it's pretty even. There are good players on both sides. Justin Madden's having the better of the ruck work with his great height advantage. Hawthorn bringing Scott and Payton off the interchange bench at very quick intervals, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not Justin Madden can stand the pressure of the whole game.
4 points the difference in favour of Essendon. Time on being played in the first quarter. We'll see a ball up, and this will look like the old-fashioned ball up before the centre line was drawn across there in the square. Reminds you of the halcyon days of the 1960s. Madden still won it out, nevertheless. Eden folds and picked up by Schultz. Schultz tackled and drops the ball, and it will be a free kick to Hawthorn. Good tackle. Michael Tuck, the recipient of the free. And Tuck, one of the best kicks of the game, distance-wise, but that one drops a little bit short, so they can make a liar of you. In towards the forward pocket, and it's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Out of bounds, and the score, Essendon 4-2, 26 to Hawthorn 3-4, 22, and we've played about 28 minutes of this first quarter. We certainly hope that you're enjoying this direct telecast from the GABBA Oval through the 7 network. We see Crow go for the knockout. Down it comes to Hurd, in a bit of trouble there. Caught that time by Manane, and the umpire said that, what is it? Could be a hole in the ball.
No, handballed it out deliberately.
Okay, it's a free kick to Manane right on the boundary line, only about 15 to 20 metres out. A difficult shot, but at least he's on the right side for a right footer. And of course, if he's successful, Hawthorn hit the front. He's kicked a banana kick, and he might have put this through. A beautiful goal by Manane, a magnificent goal. And the Hawks have hit the front. 4 goals, 4. 28 points to Essendon 4-2, 26.
It was a great goal by Manane. He was obviously very confident. Used what we call the term the banana kick, and in the right country for that.
Well, for the banana benders, and, yes.
But he had a couple of leads and ignored those, and instead of going short, we're watching on replay now as the goal umpire indicates full points from Peter Manane, and it's 28 to 26.
Centre-bounce again. Knocked out by Madden. There's a chance now. He's thrown to the ground, Danaher. The ball is kicked back there by Goad. Chance for Crow. He lost sight of that. Now he's hooked it out towards Matthews, but he caught him off balance. A hand pass back to Albert. He missed it completely, and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on that half-forward line, about 50 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. Knocked out by Davies that time. Comes back to Nagel in a bit of trouble. A hand pass to Bahajar. His kick falls a bit short. Justin Madden goes out, picks it up pretty well for a big player. Although Scott gave him one to go on with there, and Reed gets the kick around there towards the half-forward line. Kicked off the ground by Mew. He goes after it again. Danaher's there, but it's finally forced out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in from that half-forward flag, or actually he's up towards the forward pocket position, about 30 metres around from the Essendon goal. And they're down at the moment by 2 points. Been a ding-dong struggle so far as it comes back to Turner. That's a good clearing kick in a position like that. Coming across as Reed beat Scott. Scott got into him that time too. It could be a pretty tough game before it's over here. I think you can smell it at the moment, Pete.
Yes, Scott and Andrews are going in with gay abandon at the moment. In fact, I better retract the word gay. Nothing about those guys is gay. Danaher has the mark directly in front of goal. That's Terry Danaher. And he would be 35 metres out and directly in front. Hasn't scored a goal today. I'm just looking at the flags on top of the scoreboard, gentlemen. They're blowing the other way. It would appear Hawthorn had the scoring in, if we take those as any guide. But anyway, more about that in a moment. Shot for goal by Terry Danaher. Looks OK to me. It's 4 points right on the siren. And so that means Essendon lead at quarter time. It's a narrow lead. And the score at quarter time, Essendon 5-2, 32 to Hawthorn 4-4, 28. In favour of Essendon, 4 points after getting a goal on the quarter time siren. Justin Madden easily beat Payton for that one. Out of the centre it comes with the kick by Chris Mew. Hawthorn centre half forward position. That's a fine mark to Glenn Hawker. Over the top of Goad. He's gone for a pass. Neil Danaher, the recipient. Carey. Carey's on centre wing and decides to go for a bounce. Drives Essendon well into their attacking zone. And the big arms of Justin Madden stretch up like 2 pieces of elastic. Well, he's playing fairly well, Madden. No doubt about that at all. Best big man on the ground by a long shot. Literally. He is long. 6'7" or thereabouts, I think, from memory.
You put on a couple of inches on that, Pete. 6'9".
So. Oh, well, 6'9". He's taking about half an hour to kick the ball.
Bob and I know that when you're that short.
And he comes now for the kick. And he has put it through, I think, for a goal. No, he's just missed it. I saw Simon Madden clapping his hands a la Perce Jones, but that was purely a ruse. The goal umpire didn't buy it at all. And it makes the difference now in favour of Essendon. 5 points, 28 to 33. A minute and a quarter gone of the second term as Kelvin Moore prepares to bring the ball back into play. He'll favour the outer side of the ground.
2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Hawthorn 5 goals, 4-34 to Essendon 5-3, 33. Good play on the part of Robertson. Unselfish play as he got it over to Manane for his second goal. Ball kicked back there by Goss towards the centre half forward. Possesses the go for Manane again. This could be another one coming up. Fires, it's right through the middle. And they're running hot, the Hawks, at the moment. So it's 6 goals, 4-40 Hawthorn to Essendon, 5 goals, 3-33. And that's goal number 3 to Manane. Beautiful bit of play there as he swooped on the ball from centre half forward. And of course he took full advantage going straight at the goals, Bob.
Yes, I'm looking at Essendon's forward line at the moment, and the number of players up around that centre square line. They've obviously decided to leave Simon Madden one out with Kelvin Moore, but maybe it's working against them and really crowding the game to the advantage of Hawthorn.
That's Madden getting it down to Watson. A kick back over centre half forward. Oh, that's Madden flying high. He's just about marked that. Is he going to pay it? Yes, he'd have to pay. That was a great mark by Simon Madden. A real captain's effort. Seeing Hawthorn getting away there with 2 quick goals, he did something very desperate and a great mark at centre half forward. The distance wouldn't be beyond this guy because he can kick a ball a fair distance, and he's directly in front, about 50 metres out, if that. I'd reckon about 45 metres out from goal. Kick. That's a beautiful kick right through the middle and on the goal to Western. So it's a ding-dong struggle at the moment. 6-4. 40 points Hawthorn to Essendon, 6 goals, 3-39. Goals would win this match. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I'd say, Peter, with this short ground.
Looks like a very high-scoring game. No doubt about that whatsoever. With, let me see, we've had 12 goals kicked so far. Early in the second quarter, Payton actually got that one down. Tuck, handball is effective. On the run is Ablett, getting clear of Tim Watson. That's not easy to do. Davies in front of Torbett, who goes for the punch effectively and gets it away from the former South Australian. And we'll see a throw-in in Hawthorn's forward pocket about 25 metres out from goal. Davies and Torbett. Torbett getting the front berth. Davies with the big leap from the back. End wins out. Goss, or tackled well, didn't have the ball. Play on, says the umpire. Nagel goes through. By gee, he's a good player. Best centre man in Australia by a mile. Madden again. To his brother, Justin Turner. Now it's Schultz, who's been quiet so far. You can't leave him quiet for long. That's a goal.
He's dynamite, that guy with snapshot, Schultz.
My word, he kicked 3 in about 15 minutes against Richmond in the first quarter and ultimately got the winning goal. And so Essendon hit back very smartly. 2 goals in the space of a minute and a bit after Hawthorn did likewise. It's 45-40 in favour of the Dons. 5
points the difference, and we're about 5.5 minutes into this second quarter. Great goal that time by Schultz. A very neat snapshot. It's back to the centre again. It'll be Payton against Justin Madden. Big fella's dominating the ruck at the moment. There's another one out to him. Picked up that time by Green. The ball back to centre half was a go for Matthews going out. It picked up by Davies. Good play, but he missed it altogether. Davies goes after it again. Plenty of Essendon players there. Picked up by Danaher. He's well tackled. Down goes Robertson, but the umpire said it's a free kick to Danaher. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. So it's 5 points the difference. Danaher with the ball at the full-back position for Essendon. Ball back to centre field. There's Andrews. Goes for the punch, picked up by Polkinghorne, intercepted by Essendon, finally grabbed by Fowler. Gets around Ablett as he falls over. The ball finally kicked back there towards the forward pocket. Plenty of Hawks there. They all spoil each other. Coming to the rescue that time is Morey's kick is smothered. Going after it now is Goss. Out there at half-back, taps the ball on out wide, and the ball, Polkinghorne can't pick it up. Chance now for Hawthorn to pick up the ball, Essendon to pick up the ball through Schultz. It's tapped over to Crowe. He taps the ball on again. Coming through is Wallace, loses it. Now it's picked up by Goss. The ball back over the Hawthorn half-forward line. Manane goes for the punch cleverly towards Goad. He's grabbed, didn't have the ball. Bad play on the part of Hurd that time. And a free kick to Goad out there at half-forward, about 50 metres out from goal. He's gone for a short pass and a mark to Wallace. Nearly got it that time, Nagel. Just misread the flight of the ball. And, of course, a chance for Wallace to score. He's on the boundary. It'd be about 25 to 30 metres out. A difficult shot. Let's see what he can do with it. Doesn't make the distance. Oh, there's Robertson flying over the pack. Now a chance for Green to fire at the goals. Oh, a shocking kick. It's smothered. Pushed out again. The ball goes for the boundary line. Umpire said it was out of bounds. It'll be out of bounds in that forward pocket position about 10 metres around from the Hawthorn goal there. 6-4-40 to Essendon 7-3-45.
Boundary throw-in. Hawthorn forward pocket. Stoneham warming up on the boundary line for Essendon, it would appear. Knocked down by Davies. Tuck shoots for goal. I think that's there. Oh, great kick by Tuck. And some fine ruck work by Rick Davies, who is playing very well in the forward pocket for Hawthorn. His handball and tap-outs down there have been superb. It's Tuck's second goal.
Yes, I agree with Peter. It was a lovely knockout by Davies, and that really is the advantage as we see Stoneham coming on for Essendon. Miss 2 actually went off at the time, but Stoneham on, and Rick Davies, a great piece of play.
Third went off, I think, Bob. So ball back into the centre. Which side is going to crack first? Watson. Great play. Or Tuck roughed him up a bit, but the umpire didn't see that. Down towards full forward. Moncrief over the top of Danaher. Moncrief wide towards the Leslie Wilson stand. And the mark taken down there by
free kick to Hawthorn.
Fowler. Free kick going to, you're right, let's see who's going to take it. It's Eade.
Yes, he was interfered with before he went near the ball, Peter.
Eade taking the free, centre wing. Looks down there for Tuck again. Tuck in front, flies high, knocked away by Crowe. In comes Goad and also Nagel. They clash and both miss the ball. Goad to Ablett. Ablett now from centre field. Shocking kick by Ablett and the mark taken down there. Or spilt actually by Danaher, but Bahaja backs him up well. One of the favourites for the Brownlow medal this year. Hawker. Long handball, effective to Reid. Reid's on the centre wing position. Essendon moving it well at the moment. Madden in front, can't take it. Mew behind, clears it away. Madden looks the danger player up on the Essendon forward line with 2 goals to his credit. Wallace, oh! Just got his kick in there. That was a nasty one. It stopped him too. And the mark taken by Neil Danaher. Bahaja again, playing a kick behind the play, or took that a bit easy. Back it goes to Hawker. Stoneham. Short kick in towards centre field, looking for Terry Danaher. Fisted on well. Likewise Burdett. Payton's there for Hawthorn. Tackled by Schultz. Back to DP Domenico. In comes Reid. Playing well on the wing for Essendon. Tries to soccer it off the ground. Not successful. Payton in for Hawthorn. Picks it up. Tries to go through. Here's Schultz. Danger for Hawthorn here. If he gets clear and fires, he does it to goal.
He's a free kick for goal, isn't he?
Schultz bringing up his...
Got the bangers in the Mazda. Got the singers in the Mazda. Got a comfy chair and a drop to share in a Mazda.
Meet the Mazda family of tough one-tonners. Petrol or diesel, you'll be proud to put your name on a Mazda.
You'll be proud, proud, proud to put your name on a Mazda.
A real ding-dong struggle as Nagel gets it out to Fowler. Down there towards their half-forward line in front there. Off flying high was Madden. Finally picked up by Burdett. This looks dangerous. It's going for the goals. And it's through another one to Essendon. This crowd's really getting behind this great game at the moment. 9 goals, 3, 57 Essendon. That's goal number 2 to Burdett. And Hawthorn 7 goals, 4, 46. And we're at the 11.5-minute mark of this second quarter. It certainly brought these people really to life, this game, Bob. It's a real top-notch one at the moment.
Yes, just when one side looks to be taking a bit of control, the other comes right in again. It's Don Scott back into the thick of things now. Payton going off the ground. And Justin Madden still, at this stage, dominating the centre bounces.
Let's see how Madden goes this time against the refreshed Scott coming on the ground after having about 10-minute spell on the bench. Certainly giving away a lot of height against the 6'9" for Essendon. Actually, Madden got that one down again. Grabbed by Fowles. He threw it out. Picked up beautifully by Tuck, and Hawthorn away now. Up there towards Rick Davies. Talbot goes for the punch. Matthews is clear. Spins out of the pack. Beautiful play to Russell Green. And another goal coming up. As he missed it, it's a goal. So they're back in it again, Hawthorn. So it's 8 goals, 4, 52 Hawthorn. To Essendon, 9-3-57, and you can't get more exciting football than this.
I like the play of Matthews there.
Great thinking, quick.
Man, number 17 for Essendon, Carey, went for the mark with a couple of other Essendon players. Matthews stood down, got the hand pass out and resulted in a goal.
Well, there we see the difference now. Only 5 points in favour of Essendon. And we're at the approaching the 13-minute mark of the second quarter. It'll be Scott against Madden again. Oh, it's come back his way. Scott coming across to meet him. Down he goes. Didn't hurt him that time at all. Finally, it's a free kick. It'll go to Wallace. That's a couple he's copped today. But he's clear. He's got that right hand very heavily bandaged back there towards the Davies. But that's a beautiful mark to Danaher. Neil Danaher with a beautiful hand pass. Out there to Reid. A left foot around there towards Andrews. He's got one for his corner that time. DP Domenico was there. Picked up by Burdett. Over to Fowler. This could be dangerous. Running to an open goal. Another one to the Bombers. What a game.
Well, my little mate Lou is in over his head again.
But what a way to be up to your neck in it, Jack. $1 million. That's first prize in Tattersall's $1 million gold lottery. At $25 a ticket, you get a 1 in 77 chance at winning a prize. Terrific odds. So get a group together, get your tickets, and maybe...
Don't say it, Lou. You'll put the kiss of death on anyone seeing this commercial winning.
Well, you say it, Jack.
Get your tickets and maybe you'll soon be worth $1 million. How are you getting paid for this commercial, Lou?
Tats Gold Lottery tickets, Jack.
And we can see Danaher on his own on the half-back line. There isn't a player down there. A new ball being brought out. I don't really know who would be intended as his opponent. I can't see any loose Hawthorn man anywhere else.
I can never see the man. What's the method of that, Bob? Do you got any idea of it at all?
Tuck's gone in for the centre bounce, and Russell Green's down in defence, which I cannot understand because Tuck was by far Hawthorn's best player at centre half forward.
Scott loses it to Madden. Robertson. Hawthorn are woken up now. They're roving to the Essendon ruck. That's a fine mark to Danaher again.
That's
where Tuck should be. Well, it's not coming off. Now towards the wing position, or it'll be a free to Essendon. Will it? No. Play on. Nagel. Turner can't catch him because he's well shepherded by Folds. Madden. Moore. And plays it safe and knocks it through for a behind. So midway through the second quarter, Essendon now opening up a useful lead. It's a 2-goal lead. And that's the widest margin we've had in the match to date. Kelvin Moore going straight up the centre of the ground, looking for Tuck. Oh, beautiful mark, almost brought in by Tuck. Wallace back towards the centre, over the head of Carey. Matthews is there. Goss. It's been pretty quiet today, Goss. Oh, Andrews flattened him. Does he go in hard? Hawker to Reid. Playing well at the moment. He's on top of Ablett. Deepia Domenico over his head. Burdett likewise. Kelvin Moore out from full-back, clears the ball. Round towards the wing. Reid is the only player there, but it beats him over the boundary line for a throw-in. 2 goals the difference in favour of Essendon. 10 goals for 64 to 8 for 52. As Bob Skilton mentioned, the small players of Essendon doing particularly well on the forward line. Justin Madden and Scott. Scott wins it. And when he does win it, he gets a free kick against him. And Scott going crook.
I suppose it gets a bit frustrating out there when you're up against a bloke that big and the umpire penalised. Just the same.
So Madden taking the free, looking for his brother, who nearly completed the mark. Not quite. Fowler coming into his own in the second quarter. Over the head. He looks for Madden again. Moncrief will go the punch. And he's come down with the mark. Max Crowe. Well, the marking power of Essendon coming to strength now as that breeze picks up, but it's blowing.
I'd say across the ground, Pete.
Yeah. So Max Crowe having a chance to bring up his first goal for Essendon and become the 8th Essendon player to kick a goal. In he comes now. That's a goal. 3 goals the difference. Essendon going on with the job now, and things starting to look a little bit dark for Hawthorn.
Are you still doing the set minuet? Why rent a set when you can go remote? For just a few cents more, you can rent a touch-tune remote control set from Radio Rentals.
Bring Radio Rentals color.
Get the best from the biggest. Stop dancing around. Check our number in the yellow pages.
17 minutes into the second quarter. Madden with the free kick. It's a long kick. It's a magnificent kick. His brother nearly got it. Burdett spins out of the pack. A snap for goal. But he's off target. And it's through for 1 point. So it's 11 goals, 571. Essendon to Hawthorn, 8 for 52. Bob, that's 19 goals. They've only kicked 9 behinds between the two of them. So the kicking for goals has been very accurate here today.
Yes, both sides have attempted to come straight down the centre of the ground.
Well, they're certainly following instructions. More to bring the ball back into play. That breeze has sprung up pretty strong. It's blowing across the ground. The moment coming across to meet it is Terry Danaher. Couldn't hold the mark. Robertson picks it up very nicely. Goes for a bounce. Now he goes for a pass. Looking down there for Matthews. He's got away from Carey. Can he pick it up on the line? He's kicked it out of bounds.
It was out before he got
Might have been out before he got there. Let's see what the umpire decides.
Throw in.
So we're at the 17-minute mark. 52 points Hawthorn to Essendon 71, a difference of 19 points. Now they're a powerful side. They're a big marking side, Essendon. Very hard to beat in the air. And that big Justin Madden's dominating the ruck at the centre bounces. And of course Don Scott getting a little bit frustrated, and you can't blame him for that.
The mystery one to me, though, Lou, was taking Tuck away from centre half forward.
And you've left Danaher down there on his own, and he's taken a couple of marks then. Ball punched out that time by Davies, comes back to Green, in goes Goss, takes it away from him. Hooks the ball back, looking out there for Monet, but in the front position is Stoneham and takes a good mark at centre half back. Well, you could call it centre half back, it's nearly full back. That's how short the distance is there from centre half back to full back. Nagel in front, punched out again by Polkinghorne, picked up by Tuck. seems to be all over the place to Matthews, and Carey Matthews at the back seat goes for the mark and got it.
15-metre penalty.
15-metre penalty. This brings him right up within kicking distance now, only about 7 metres out from goal. On a pretty acute angle, but Lethal Lee should kick this one, and they badly need a goal at the moment. They're 8-4-52 to Essendon 11-5-71. Let's see what Matthews can do. He wants to kick a captain's goal here to lift the side a bit. A point, he's missed it. So it's 8 goals, 5-53 Hawthorn to Essendon 11-5-71, and we're at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. It'll be Torbett. Go out there towards that flank position, I should imagine. Yes, it's a very high kick. In front is Reid. Coming at the back is Danaher. Neither side can take. He's going to pay it there to Reid. Now he's going to give it to Danaher. I thought Danaher would be the bloke to get it. That was a good mark. He's played very well there at half-back, so he should. He's got no one to mind down there. They all fly. Punch to the ground again. The umpire's found a free kick. This time it'll go to Crow out there on the edge of the square.
So Big Max Crow, who
started what that free kick was for. There was about 48 that pack then.
No, it was against Moncrief. Definitely put the hand on the shoulder.
All right, Bob.
Long kick by Crow into the goal square where Simon Madden was, and it goes through for 1 point. So the score is now 11-6-72. Essendon running right away from Hawthorn 8-5-53. Especially in the latter part of this term when Tuck was taken away from centre half forward. Ball out towards the half-back flank. Andrews in the thick of things again on the bottom of the Packers. Goss can't get the ball out. Tuck is in there likewise for Hawthorn, and umpire Peter Cameron has decided to ball it up. We've thrown about 10 minutes left to go in the term, 20 minutes having been played. Scott and Madden. Madden just too tall. Polkinghorn. Eade and the gutsy mark. You've got to keep your eye on the ball and hope nobody's shirt scratching. Eade's on centre wing for Hawthorn. They badly need some goals here. Stoneham's in the road, though. He's got a safe pair of hands and has been moved on to Manane after Shane Hurd had 2 goals kicked on him by that player in the space of about a minute and a half. Madden from the back, down to Mahaja. In fact, he takes his own tap on, but can't get it out of the pack, and it will be balled up right at the point of the square by umpire Peter Cameron. Scott and Madden. Fowler. A wild kick out of the pack goes towards Essendon's forward pocket where Simon Madden sees his opportunity to tap it forward. Reid's there, almost got held but not in possession. Out to Watson. Watson in the goal square. Can't take it though. Snap for goal by Schultz. He's done it again. Touched. It did go through actually for a goal, but it was touched, I think, down there by Di Domenico. And so one behind to Essendon, 11-7-73. And Hawthorn stagnating on 8-5-53. As we await the kick out. Kelvin Moore, Hawthorn's fullback. Position he's held down for a number of years. In fact, Hawthorn have only had about 3 fullbacks in 20 years. There's Kane, Phil Hay and Kelvin Moore. Knocked down by Tuck, but taken by Fowler. Nagel. Terry Danaher has the ball and he's on centre wing. Stodham says go long. He does just that. Up towards Simon Madden again and down towards Crow. Crow with the handball effective with the Burdett around the neck. The umpire didn't see it. Madden, handball again to Schultz, steadies and goals. Schultz has kicked 3 goals. They've all come this quarter from great snapshots. And Essendon...
Here they come again. Catch us if you can. Time to get a move on. We will yell with all of our might. Catch us if you can. Catch us if you
The
can.
Express 8-seater. For the price of a small sedan, you get more room than a wagon. The Mitsubishi Express from $7,016. Catch it if you can at your Mitsubishi dealer.
23.5 minutes into this third quarter, and Essendon doing it very well as Di Domenico takes a free kick there, a little short of centre field. It's over centre half forward. Up go the pack. They all fly. No one takes the mark. Coming out with the ball is Fowler. A long kick back towards the Essendon half forward line. Nearly a mark to Moncrief. It would have been a free kick. He said play on as it's tapped out by Crow to Burdett. Down there towards Madden and Moore. Moore goes for the punch. There's danger as we see Watson pick it up, snap for goal, and that's through the middle. A beautiful goal. Magnificent goal by Watson, and well anticipated and good play on the part of Madden that time as he knocked the ball on. 13-7 85. Essendon to Hawthorn 85-53 at the 24-minute mark of this second quarter. It's been a great quarter by Essendon.
8 goals 5 to 4 goals 1. Good kicking by Hawthorn with only 4 goals 1, but in the latter half of this quarter, their forward line has certainly broken down.
Well, we see Danaher, Neil Danaher, still down there on his own in defence, and Tuck leaving a loose man on Essendon's half-back line. It's easy from him. There's a hand pass to Green. Goes for a pass. It's to Matthews. He's got it. It's a beautiful pass by Green. And Matthews would only be about, let's see, no more than about 20 metres out, and Lethal's already kicked 1 goal. But he badly needs one now for his team. There he fires, but Matthews is off target again, I think. No, it's a goal. It's squeezed in, so that's a handy one. 9 goals, 5-59 Hawthorn to Essendon 13-7-85.
This is one that Hawthorn desperately needed, just to get them back within some sort of range. Essendon, we see the Hawthorn bench there, and it wouldn't be a very happy bench. Don Scott in particular, and Scotty's had his hands full with the height of Justin Madden, but I think I still feel, I can't understand. I know I'd like to get Tuck up there in that centre bounce, but they were succeeding with Tuck at centre half forward. They're certainly not succeeding without him there.
They certainly aren't. New tries to get the ball out of the pack. He's not successful. Fowler's handball is taken by his teammate Terry Danaher. Centre half forward, the big flyer, Crow, down towards Goad. Short kick under pressure. Justin Madden couldn't get down, but he's been penalised for holding the man, Chris Mew. And the big beanstalk, Justin Madden comes out of it with the free kick. He'll be close to best on the ground at the moment, Justin Madden. His brother's got the mark. That's brotherly love for you.
And you can't... I think it was almost a mark that would have been impossible to punch away. I know that Kelvin Moore was trying to, but just couldn't reach that leap and height of Simon Madden.
And Essendon just proving more than a handful for Hawthorn at the moment. As soon as Hawthorn get a goal, Essendon will reply, which Madden will do here. I couldn't see him missing it. He's one of the most accurate kicks for goal. He's kicked 2 so far, at awkward left foot style, but it is effective. All points to Simon Madden, his 3rd goal. And the Essendon skipper leading his side well this afternoon. He's got 3, so too has Schultz. 14 goals 7 to 9 goals 5, and Essendon this quarter have now kicked 9 goals. Essendon's highest ever score against Hawthorn looks like being beaten. That was in 1968 when they kicked 26-16. Their greatest winning margin was 107 points in 1944. Maybe they won't achieve that today, but they certainly look like exceeding their highest ever score against Hawthorn, win or lose.
Yes, go along with that, Pete. It's a dangerous-looking forward line. Crow not doing well at centre-half back. You throw him down to that forward pocket. He lends great support as far as marking power to Simon Madden. Well, Essendon looming as a real contender for this year's final series.
I'd agree with you. Out of the centre at the 26-minute mark comes Nagel. Nagel up towards half-forward. Turner's there, so too is Simon Madden, who seems to be covering a lot of ground. He's come out from his goal square, and we'll see it thrown into the throw. Start again. It's getting cold, that wind. The throw-in to take place left half forward for Essendon. Payton over the top is Schultz. Robertson biffs it back, but it's taken by Madden, whose handball goes to Nagel, who drops the ball when tackled and will be penalised for same. And the free kick to Hawthorn at right half back.
27 minutes into the second quarter, and Wallace with the ball out there at half back. Goes around the wing, but there's a chance for Andrews. I think that's about his 2nd kick. Andrews, as we mentioned before, has been reported. What's the umpire doing? Bringing him back to kick over the mark. Well, the Hawthorn guy can't do that. Got to have a clear run. You can't come from behind. Kick by Matthews is back to half forward. Pack set themselves. There's Simon Madden. Only a mark there to the Payton, but picked up by little Bahajar. A hand pass out wide. Going after it now is Payton. He taps it over there towards Turner, but he takes it over the line and out of bounds. It's still on Essendon's half-forward line, about 40 metres around from their goal. And they're doing it pretty well at the moment. They're 14-7-91 to Hawthorn 9-5-59. Reed had a missed shot that time, couldn't get it clear. There's a stack up here, and the umpire's going to ball it up. Still about 35 metres out from the Essendon goal. And they're playing very well. Schultz has kicked 3 goals this quarter, 3 amazing snapshots. Of course, they've got Big Madden up there. That's Simon Madden taking plenty of marks. Finally, it comes down to Russo. They get into his back, and it'll be a free kick against Simon Madden. A hand pass out there to go. Oh, he better not bounce it. He gets a kick, but it's a hurried one around the boundary line. Mew couldn't hold that. Back it goes there, the ball on the ground. Watson's there, tapped out by Mew again over towards Andrews. He upends Wallace, gets into his back. Finally, it's picked up by Tuck, driven up there towards Matthews and Hawker. They're both having a battle, but a beautiful mark from Matthews. Outmanoeuvred him completely.
Gone against Matthews.
Gone against him.
You've got to be joking.
What for? Now, can you tell me that?
When the ball was more than 5 metres away.
Come off it.
Got into the back.
Well, I reckon that was a bad decision. Still, they're out there closer than we are. The ball tapped to the ground again. There's a go for Fowler. He's well collared. Finally, Carey can't pick it up. Picked up by Green. A hand pass to Payton. The ball back there towards the half-forward line, but a good mark to Stoneham. He said play on. That's the square-off one. As it comes out from Tuck to go, to shot for goal. But it's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So it's 9 goals, 60 points Hawthorn to Essendon, 14-7-91. 29.5 minutes into this second quarter. Ball back into play again. I still can't get over that mark not played to Matthews. Ball taps to the ground. Beautiful play by Bahaja. That's real roving style. Ball comes back there to Fowler. Fowler couldn't take the mark. He still butters up, but kicked away from him by Green. A hand pass out to Mew. Mew goes for long. Kick over the half-forward line, but it's Stoneham in the way. A hand pass coming back to angry Ron Andrews as he clears. A hand pass over there to Watson. Watson's going to go for a bit of a run, then a long kick up there looking for Madden, but he's out of position. It's a long kick going towards the point post. It's through for 1 point. So they move on to 14 goals, 8, 92. To Hawthorn, 9 goals, 6-6. Not a great quarter for Hawthorn, the second one, the one they'll remember for quite some time.
I would say so. It could be the quarter that would lose them the match, but they're not out of it yet. It's a high-scoring game. Tuck in front, knocks it away. The chances for Polkinghorne, and he got a nudge in the back. It's a real stack up there. Eventually, Di Domenico kicks it out towards Goad. Goad from half-forward, transferring play towards the pocket. Talbot comes out in front of Davies and takes the mark.
They seem to have lost confidence, Hawthorn, all over the ground, Peter, at the moment.
Yes, they lost their momentum, and Essendon have been getting it out of the centre with Justin Madden being superb at the bounce. Mew in front, Reed, poor handball, under pressure, out it goes to Bahaja coming into the game. Oh, threw it out to Reed. Play on, holding the man, or dropping the ball. Free kick to Hawthorn, to Russo. He's quietened Reed down a little bit since he was moved onto him. Tuck takes the mark about 1.5 metres inside the boundary line. Tuck, I would say, for him, just about within kicking distance, although that breeze he's kicking into. He's gone for a short pass to Matthews. It's knocked away by Danaher, and the umpire has given Matthews a free kick for in the back, which I thought was a little bit charitable. That might have been the square off for the other one, if there is such a thing. All Hawthorn players are covered. Matthews will have to go for the long kick, which he does. It's in front of the square. Davies has got it. Now, Davies would be 15 metres out, directly in front. We saw Davies miss one of these. Where was it, Lou? He kicked, I think he hit the post from about 5 metres out recently in a Hawthorn match. I can't recall who it was against. He'll be hoping for better luck here, with Hawthorn trailing by a bag full of goals at the moment. Davies puts it through for 4 points, and that is his first of the game. Hawthorn come 6 points closer. And on Sevens Big League, it's Hawthorn 10-6-66 to Essendon 14-8-92.
Well, we're at the 32-minute mark. That's only a difference of 26 points. It's not over by a long shot, because anything can happen in football these days. That's not a big score to be in front, Bob, because of the size of this ground too.
No, well, we've witnessed how quickly Essendon could kick them, and I do believe that Essendon may have been a little bit lucky, because that breeze has certainly swung around.
Tucked back in half forward, Bob.
Yeah, so he should be. It's taken about 3/4 now to wake up to that. The ball tapped down towards their half full. As they go now for Fowler to pick it up. He sidesteps and runs into Eade. Finally comes back again. Back to Bahaja. Back in the centre of the ground. Back to Fowler. He's gone this time. He still butters up well. He's showing a lot of guts, that fellow. Gets a kick, doesn't travel any distance. Bahaja goes up. Taps it out to the wrong man. Picked up by Payton. Over to Goss. Goss's kick is over the half-forward line. Matthews and Hawker tapped down to Stoneham. Umpires paid a free kick to Matthews. Hawker's not too happy. A very confusing decision, that one.
You got me.
Now, Matthews would be about 40 metres out, and he's kicking into the breeze. It's right into his face. I don't think he'll make the distance. And goal will make this 20 points the difference. The kick by Matthews doesn't come around enough, I don't think. It's 1 point. So at least Hawthorn are coming back a little bit. They're 10 goals, 7-67 to Essendon 14-8-92 as we approach the 33-minute mark. So the siren just about due to go for the second quarter. Out it goes there now. Mew and Andrews. Payton's there also. Tapped to the ground. Picked up by Russo. Hand pass back to Goss. A kick over the half-forward line. Tuck coming into position. Couldn't hold the mark. Good play by Justin Madden. He's played a great game today. And that's a beautiful kick up to centre half-forward. Robertson couldn't hold the mark. But the umpire's paying it. And a mark to Robertson there at centre half-back. So Hawthorn starting to hold them back a little bit towards the end of this quarter with their 25 points down at the moment.
Well, that's not an insurmountable lead, as you mentioned, Lou, the way this game's played here. Justin Madden down to Goss. Goss roving well to the opposing ruckman, up towards Lee Matthews and Hawker again. Stoneham, he's done well since he came onto the ground midway through the quarter. Carey tries to get it out towards Neil Danaher, not successful. Murnane might beat them both. Murnane will try and get it to Payton, successful in so doing, out to Russo. Russo's also done well at his wing. He's quietened Reed down considerably. And D.P. Domenico on the forward line will have a shot for goal. It's going close into the goal square, and it's punched clear. That's the end of the quarter, and a very handy lead to Essendon, 14-8.
The Hawthorn side to win it, but you can't help feeling that the Bombers seem to have a little bit more up their sleeves than the Hawthorn side at the moment.
No, well, that wind is certainly picking up. It's blowing a little bit stronger across the ground now as the third quarter is just about to get underway. Essendon having a magnificent second term when they kicked 9 goals. Third quarter from the GABBA. Essendon leading 92-67. Madden, but straight away going to Terry Wallace. Wallace up towards the point of the square where it's knocked away by Max Crow. Nagel tries to go through, gets caught with the ball and loses it, and he'll be penalised for holding the ball, and the free kick going to his opposite number 1 in Norm Goss. Goss is just short of the centre. Davies, good strong mark. Davies takes it in front of Torbett, plays on directly. That could almost be a goal. It's drifting off target though with the wind, and it goes through for 1 behind to Hawthorn. The first score of the third quarter coming up at the around about the 1 minute mark.
Pete, I couldn't understand there why Rick Davies didn't go back and have a direct shot at goal, because he probably would have kicked it from there anyway.
Ball back into play. Torbett and Madden. Oh, they wrestled for it. Could be anybody's, and they spoiled each other, the two Essendon players then. The hand pass comes out from Goss to D.P. Domenico, who gets flattened. In goes Alan Goad, bumps Timmy Watson out of the road, picked up by Bahaja. He's playing well for Essendon. Bahaja tries the short pass in towards centre field. Moncrief, short pass by him. Davies again, tries to take it one-handed. Nagel, not Nagel, it was Danaher out towards Nagel now, and Nagel takes it on the boundary line, making things look a little bit difficult because he's kicked it straight back towards Don Scott, who tries to fist it clear. Out it goes towards Polkinghorn's on the bottom of that one, I think, is he? Yes, he is. And it will be balled up at the centre half forward position.
Well, it's a ball up at centre half forward, about 50 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Up it goes. There's a free kick, and the free kick will go to Madden. Scott's no, it's not going up. Yes, it went to Madden. Finally, it's picked up by Terry Danaher. Scott wasn't very happy about that. Ball back there towards Moncrief. He was interfered with. The ball thrown away that time by Schultz, and the umpires collared him, and the free kick will go to Turner. Turner to take the free kick at centre half back. 68 points, 24 points the difference to Essendon, 92 points. There's a good mark out there, and he's playing a fairly good game, that guy, Neil Danaher. But for one quarter, he had no one to mind. He was down there on his own. Moncrief coming at the back, but Crow was too good for him. Better judge that time, and Crow takes the mark right on the edge of the square. And that breeze is really blowing up now, and that's what the experts told us up here around about 4 o'clock. She comes in pretty strongly. Kick by Crow is a good one. The breeze bringing it back a little bit. Oh, he gave him one in the back. He's got the free kick, Madden, against Moore. I think Moore may have slipped as he went after the ball that time and got him fair square in the middle of the back. And Justin Madden has a chance to score from here. It's only about 15 metres out, right on the boundary line. See the goals there on screen. There's the angle. But he's on the wrong side for a right footer. Let's see whether he can do one of those old banana kicks. He's going to use the left boot.
He usually does kick left foot.
Is he a left footer, is he?
Yep.
That's a goal, a beautiful goal. Is he a left footer, Madden? I thought he was a right footer. I like he was on the right side for a left footer. So another goal to Essendon, and they move to 15-8. 98, and that's goal number 4 to Simon Madden, and Hawthorn 10 goals, 8, 68.
Well, Essendon running further away with this match. That was just what Hawthorn didn't want to start the third quarter.
You'd call that a dirty goal, Pete.
You would indeed. 98-68, a difference of 5 goals in favour of the Bombers, and Simon Madden, the leading goal kicker in the match, with 4. And the way he's going, he'll probably get a few more as well. 4 minutes into the third quarter. Umpire Mike Dye on Sevens Big League, bouncing it at the GABBA. Scott to Tuck. Goss and turn out to Russell Green. Green from centre half forward goes for the short pass. It's rolling goalwards, but it's not Hawthorn's day. And it goes the wrong side of the goalpost and through for one behind. Hawthorn to 10-9, 69. Essendon 15-8, 98. So Hawthorn adding 1-3 so far in the term as the ball comes back into play. Scott and Justin Madden. Crow to Nagel. He likes a run. Long, deep into the Essendon forward pocket. It bounces about a metre inside the boundary line before the skipper can pick it up, and we'll see it thrown into play about 10 metres from goal. Ruckman are going to be Justin Madden. Kelvin Moore is going to have to contend this one. Madden wins it. Fowler roving well, shoots for goal. Into the square it comes, and the mark, a good mark, taken down there by Robertson, who probably is playing around about a half-back flank, I think, at the moment. Robertson from the back pocket goes towards the, so there's the Wilson stand side of the GABBA ground for those that know it, knocked away by Terry Danaher. Nagel in front of Russo. Russo gets his kick in, keeps it in play, right half forward for Hawthorn. Neil Danaher is there, almost took that out of bounds. In fact, the boundary umpire said he did take it out of bounds, and so we'll see it's thrown into play on Hawthorn's right half forward flank.
6 minutes into the third quarter. We wait now for the ball to come back into play. It'll be Talbot against Davies. Actually, Talbot got that down to Bahajar on the boundary line, gets away from Goss, shows a lot of pace. Good play on the part of Bahajar that time, but a bad kick marked by DP Domenico. That's a shocker off the side of his boot that's out of bounds. Well, I think the wind caught that. We'll give him that excuse at any rate.
Oh, God.
Shocking kick by Purdy. He might be still stunned from that knock he got from Andrews. Fowler couldn't get out of the pack. They're all missing there now, and there'll be a ball up here for sure. DP Domenico just gave him a fall that time. He's trying to get square. It's a free kick against him. I think the umpire might have been a bit tough. The ball driven back there by Terry Danaher. Oh, that's a beautiful mark to Robertson. Magnificent mark. I noticed that Hurd's back on the ground again now. Bob after being taken off.
Yes, he's back on the wing, Lou. He came on at half-time.
There's the kick by Robertson back towards half-forward. Tuck in the middle that time. Gets the tap down. No one there for Hawthorn at the moment. Going across the middle is Wallace. He got a nasty knock. It was quiet in that second quarter out to Russo. Up there towards the goals. Davies has got the mark. He's going to pay a free kick or a mark. I think he's signaled the mark. So Davies got a chance to score. He's right on the edge of the square there, and he's already kicked one goal. You can see the goals there on the screen. So it shouldn't be a very difficult shot. But we've seen him miss easier ones than this, Peter, haven't we?
Certainly have, Lou.
That's one of the best shots I've seen for a long time as we wait now for Davies to have this shot from that forward pocket position. Fires. Well, that's a goal and a badly...
Introducing the latest thing in glassware. Copper Kettle Instant Coffee for people who drink coffee all day long.
Next on the Australians, the player. Join the jet-set world of glamorous new Australian tennis star Paul McNamee.
They want to get my sweatbands or anything that's got the most sweat or whatever on it. I mean, the grottiest thing is what the girls want. Yeah. I remember once I had hit with Lenny, a friend of Dad's, and we all got hit on the head with a racket. That was my first experience of doubles. 3 stitches. 3 stitches in my head.
Wimbledon doubles winner, friend and arch-rival of Vitas Gerolaitis, Paul McNamee. The player. Next in the Australians, 7:30 Wednesday nights. Presented by Telecom Australia and Shell Australia.
Good night, Peter.
Not one of their brilliant ones, but they've had many good players. Madden and Moore, neither can take the grab. Oh, Moncrief grabbed when not in possession, must get the free kick. And Moncrief in an unaccustomed role for him in defence. And predictably towards the defensive side of the ground. Madden goes up. Polkinghorne picks up the crumbs. He's been quiet today, Polkinghorne. Ball back towards the centre field area. Neil Danaher and Tuck. Neil Danaher in front, gets his kick in. Polkinghorne is there again, but it goes or bounces better for Turner, but in fact it's going to beat both of those players and over the boundary line for a throw-in in front of the Gordon Chalk building on the outer side. Moncrief will contest with Crow. Crow won it down, Goda's there. Schultz beats him 2 at the goal sneak. He really is a goal sneak. Madden too tall for Moore. positioned himself perfectly for that Simon Madden. A great mark. A bit like the tax collector, this guy. Once he gets his hands on the ball, he never lets it go. Never get out of your grasp. It's about, well, he's 20 metres out now, but he'll be about 10 when he comes in for the kick. Going for goal number 5. 5 goals to Simon Madden. And a splendid effort from him. I don't think he's really had a run on the ball so far. He hasn't been needed. Essendon 16-8, 104. Hawthorn 11-9, 75.
Yes, a great goal, and in fact it was a little bit like the one of Matthews. He did hold Calvin Moore out from coming back, but we see now Jeff Ablett coming back onto the ground, and Di Pierdomenico was the player who is having his time on the interchange bench.
Must have been for that bad kick he had down there in that last couple of minutes ago. So it's back to the centre now, and we're at the 10.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Centre mounts again. Scott against Madden. He hasn't missed one for about half an hour. Punched away again by Goad, but there we see the ball kicked away by Torbett. Not a good one. It's along the ground. Foul's going after it. He's grabbed. Umpire said it'll be a free kick in the back. So Foul's to take the free kick at centre half back. He hasn't played that well today either. Out she goes. A chance now for Rhett to take a mark. He's virtually out there on the wing position. They badly need a couple of quick goals, Hawthorn, at the moment. They're trailing by 29 points. It's a long way to go yet. There's Matthews flying. Couldn't hold the mark. Goss comes out of the pack, has a quick snap for goal, but it's off target. It'll roll out of bounds. Only about 10 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. They're 11-9, 75 to Essendon 16-8, 104. It'll be, for this knockout, it'll be Torbett and Davies to go for the knockout. Davies tried to grab that one out of the pack. It's finally forced out. A chance for Bahaja. Oh, he goes down. The umpire said one in the back. He gets a free kick, goes right across the goal, but he finds Nagel on his own. He's off. Got away from Manane. The ball kicked out wide, and that's a good mark taken out there by Turner, Russo, I should say. Back it goes again, and Nagel's off once more. The ball shot across to centre half forward. A good mark to Burdett. Looking too strong at the moment, Essendon. So you see Burdett's kicked on a good one. It turns out okay because Andrews has got it. I think he might have meant that. And Andrews has got the mark about 30 metres out from goal directly in front. And kicks have been scarce for Ronnie Andrews. And for those people who just turned into our direct telecast through the 7 network, Ron Andrews was reporting for striking Di Pierdomenico in the first quarter. That's for sure. They umpired the book out and all. The kick by Andrews hit the post. So it's not Ronnie Andrews' day today. But the Bombers are still going along fine at the moment. 16-9, 105 to Hawthorn 11-9, 75. And we're at just on the 13-minute mark of the third quarter.
5 goals the difference in favour of Essendon. Knocked down by Neil Danaher. Oh, he's grabbed when not in possession and must get a free kick at centre field. Hawthorn just not knowing how to go about beating this Essendon side at the moment. Terry Danaher's kick goes towards centre half forward, and the mark is taken down there by Robertson, who's playing very, very well for Hawthorn. One of their few good players at present. Robertson sneaking forward up towards the centre half back line, looking for Matthews, who tries it one-handed. He was held. Green goes through. Manane, he's kicked a couple. He fires. Hawker too late to stop him, and he's put it through for full points to Hawthorn in a badly needed goal. And Peter Manane, 4 goals.
He's been scanning out well there, but they haven't been getting out often enough, Bob, after he got those first couple. Have had him covered, but that was a nice bit of play.
4 goals the difference, 16-9 to 12-9.
Stoneham did a great job in that second term when he was brought on after Manane got away from Hurd, and that's the first time since Stoneham came on that Manane has been able to break clear.
Being a little bit darker here at the GABBA now, as I mentioned in our opening remarks prior to the match commencing. It gets dark around about 5:15. Payton. Schultz couldn't get clear with the ball. Tuck does. It's over the head of Neil Danaher. Out comes Glenn Hawker and allows the ball to roll over the boundary line in the Hawthorn forward pocket.
Well, he's done a pretty good job on Matthews since having the job of tagging. Matthews hasn't got away too often from him, Bob.
No, he's, well, the virtual full forward. He started off on the ball, but has spent most of his time down there in that full forward area.
Davies and Torbett. Over the back is Terry Danaher. Looks for Schultz with the knockout, and he's found him. And Schultz has got a good turn of speed. He'd like these grounds, having just come over from Perth. Oh, Burdett right into the back of Polkinghorne. Robertson's taken the mark, but it will be a free kick to the Hawks, and Polkinghorne the recipient.
There's the kick back there towards centre half back, the pack fly. Or Terry Danaher got up very high. Hand pass coming over from Stoneham. Torbert's well grabbed, that's holding the ball. Well tackled that time by Goad, and Goad's got a chance to score his first goal. He'd only be about 25 to 30 metres out. You don't get far out from goal here on this ground. It's very small. It's about 10 yards shorter than the Sydney cricket ground, apparently. So a chance for Goad. This will put Hawthorn back in the game, but it's a shocking kick. And it's through for 1 point. So we see Essendon still 16 goals, 9, 105 to Hawthorn 12, 10, 82. And we're at the 15.5-minute mark of the third quarter. Madden flies, so does Crow, down to Manane. He's already kicked 4 goals. Umpire still called play as the ball is kicked back by Nagel. Back there towards that half-forward line. A race for the ball now between Burdett and Robertson. Robertson gets a hand pass back. Coming in to meet it now is Turner. Oh, he tried to get it over. Robertson successful too. And magnificent play. If he can only pick it up, he downs Nagel. Picking it up now is Schultz. That was nearly great play on the part of Robertson. A mark dropped there by Turner. The umpire said he's grabbed when he didn't have the ball that time, and he'll take the free kick. The crowd not too happy about it. This Brisbane crowd certainly know the rules here. Well, they voice their opinions if they do. Knocked on by Stoneham, and the ball is out of bounds.
I think Nagel might have come out of that pretty sore too. Whether it's a leg or what, but he's on the ground in the hands of the trainer back behind play. We can't pick him up at the moment, but Nagel doesn't look too good. There he is.
Well, there he is, Nagel on screen. It doesn't look the best, as Bob just described a moment ago. And there'll be a free kick going out there to Justin Madden. He'd just about be the best player on the ground, too, or the most effective player without any worries.
Thompson coming onto the ground and Torbett coming off for Essendon.
We see the ball kicked back there towards Crow. It's punched out by the Hawthorn defence. Punched on again by Russo. Picked up here again by Fowles, and the kick is not quite successful. Burdett couldn't quite mark it. He's grabbed. In goes Reid, and Polkinghorne's there. Robertson tries to get out the pack. He was grabbed. He's down. He'll get a free kick. Grabbed on the ankle as he was trying to get away that time, and he'll take the free kick at half-back. Well, there was no doubt about that free kick. Nagel's back on his feet. Ball back out there towards the centre of the ground. Oh, 3 Hawthorn players crashed foolishly that time. There's Thompson going for just coming on the ground. It won't bounce right. He gets it out to Watson. Watson staggering at the moment. A shocking kick up there towards that Hurd. Goes for the punch, picked up by Simon Madden. A fresh air shot in goes Hurd. A hand pass to Thompson. He juggles the ball. They're all missing at the moment. And umpire Robertson said, let me have a go at this. I'll show you to clear this mess up. He'll have about 6 bounces in a row if he doesn't watch himself. So it'll be a ball up about 30 metres out. Sutcliffe, I should say. No, it's Cameron, I should say. I said Robertson. Picked up by Bahajar. Back it goes there now, and the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Russell Green at half-back.
Green looks for Rodney Eade on the half-back flank, and Eade takes the mark. A little bit short of the centre. Thought about running off, but certainly had second thoughts. Manane, Hawthorn's leading goal kicker, over towards Alan Goad. And Goad with a long torpedo punt kick. That's a beautiful kick from Goad down towards full forward. Only to see the Iron Man, Ronnie Andrews, stand his ground in the goal square, and who'd argue?
Got him back in defence now.
Well, that's his true place. Plays better down there. Nagel goes down again. No free kick to him. It's going to Hawker, I think, the free kick. No, it's not going to Hawker. Yes, it is. It's right the first time. Hawker with the free kick. He's on the right half-back flank to Nagel. Nagel's okay. That's good news for Essendon supporters. Reid on the centre wing position. Wallace won't pick him up, and Reid won't pick the ball up because it's gone over the boundary line for a throw-in on the centre wing position on the Glenn Jones stand side of the GABBA ground. Woman GABBA packed her capacity today. Alan Naylor told us at half-time about 23,000 he thought. Knocked down by Payton. Or gutsy go through by Foulds, but a high kick putting his forwards under plenty of pressure down there. Moncrief and Crow come out to contest, and Crow playing it in front of him almost casually that time, let it drop into his arms. Max Crow, right half forward. In front is Burdett, knocked away by Robertson. Thompson, could it be his first goal? He's only been on the ground a couple of minutes. Into the goal square it goes, and the ball beating Kelvin Moore and Justin Madden over the boundary line for a throw-in. It's in Essendon's forward pocket, about 2 metres from the goal, or behind post, to be correct. Be out of bounds again. Now it's a point, and rushed through. I think we'll put that one down. It was over the line before Jeff Burdett kicked it. And so a point to the Essendon total takes the Bombers along to 16-10, 106, and Hawthorn 12-10, 82.
Well, do you give them a chance, Bob, Hawthorn?
Well, you can never write them off, Lou, but they just are not being definite enough in anything they're doing to really look as though they could get back on top of Essendon. Whatever time Hawthorn get the ball into the forward line, the strong defence of Essendon does appear to be on top. That loose man that they've had down there on too many occasions, coming out as Goss now, gets a handball out.
Well, I see that Andrews threw him down, but picked up by Eda, running shot for goal. Will it come around enough? It does. It's a goal, and the Hawks are back in business.
This is Statewide's new big payout passport. It offers Victorians a bigger, better way to save. Your money is instantly available. From $1, you earn 10% per annum. When your savings reach 5,000, all your money earns 11%. And from 10,000, it all earns 13%. Big interest from an everyday money account from Statewide.
We're at the 20-minute mark. That's only 18 points the difference in favour of Essendon. So the ball knocked away by Watson, picked up by Burdett. A beautiful hand pass coming out there as the ball is driven up there by Danaher. And a great mark to Schultz. Schultz has already kicked 3 goals. And a very dangerous player within kicking distance. Very rarely misses this fellow. Kicked a couple of beautiful snapshots for goal. And, of course, if he kicks this one, it'll put the Bombers 24 points in front again at the 21-minute mark of the third quarter. The kick by Schultz. That's another goal, so he doesn't miss this guy. Number 14, watch him, one of the best kicks for goal in the business. And that's the score now. We see Essendon 17-10, 112 in a very high-scoring game to Hawthorn 13-10, 88. So the kicking's been very accurate. They've had, what, 30 shots for goal on either side, kicking only 20 points, Bob.
Yes, because both sides have made a concerted effort to come straight down the centre of the ground. And instead of having to kick many shots from the boundary line, although we did see Manane kick a beautiful goal right from the line, on most occasions, they've come straight down the centre.
And another new ball being taken, 112-88 on Seven's Big League on the 7 networks throughout Australia. And wherever you're watching, we hope you're enjoying the telecast.
Back to the centre now. It'll be Justin Madden, just about won every knockout today. He's dominated those centre bounces. No, that was knocked out by Payton, picked up by Tuck. He runs into trouble. A hurried kick there by Wallace, but a good safe mark there by Fowles. I think it may have been called play, and as we see Danaher take the ball back there towards the half-forward line. Going after it now is Payton. A hand pass backwards there to Turner. Turner out wide. Going after is Russo. Coming in to meet it now is Nagel. He was down before, but he seems okay now. And the umpire said it's out of bounds. So it's out of bounds on Essendon's half-forward line, about 60 metres around from their goal. The Bombers 17-10, 112 to Hawthorn 13-10, 88. We're at the 23-minute mark, or just on the 23-minute mark of this, the third quarter.
Boundary throw in. Knocked down towards Manane. Burdett comes in for Essendon. Can't pick it up. It's over the boundary line once again. And once more a throw in, about 10 metres closer to the Essendon goal. Well, the Bombers doing everything right so far in the match. A very high-scoring affair. 17 goals to their credit so far. If they keep going at this rate, it'll be their highest ever score against Hawthorn as Justin Madden gets a kick out of the pack. 2 Essendon players nearly collided. Bahaja went down, and that gave the opportunity to Moncrief. Stoneham, too tall for Goss. And into his back a little bit, and Norm Goss to come out of it with the free kick. Goss is dead in the centre. And chipping in for the mark is Jeff Ablett, who's been a very quiet had a very quiet day today. It's getting cold up here.
Yeah, well, he's been off a couple of times too.
I know, but he was taken off when Reid did well on that wing earlier in the match. Ablett's kick for goal isn't a bad one, though. It looks okay. In fact, it's 4 points.
Got the bangers in the Mazda. Got the singers in the Mazda. Got a comfy chair and a drop to share in the Mazda.
Meet the Mazda family of tough one-tonners. Petrol or diesel, you'll be proud to put your name on a Mazda.
You'll be proud, proud, proud to put your name on a Mazda.
3 goals the difference. Terry Wallace. Wallace has kicked towards centre-half orders. All Essendon. Neil Danaher taking the mark in front of Manane.
Playing a great game,
He has played a great game. Yes, one of Essendon's best, no doubt about that. Oh, Watson juggled mark. Watson right on the point of the square. Centre half forward and within kicking distance, but he's gone for a short pass. On his own is Schultz, and Schultz missed one. Well, there's a switch, but Bahaja backs him up. Bahaja gets round 2 Hawthorn opponents, screws it in the goal, and has put it through for 1 point. Well, that's a rarity today, an Essendon player missing a goal from about 20 metres out. But Bahaja was under a little bit of pressure. 113 to 94, a difference of 19 points. Turner could have taken the mark, maybe should have taken the mark, and he's having a look back there. But he missed it, and it's out of bounds in the Essendon forward pocket.
24 minutes gone of the third quarter, getting very chill here at the moment. Wished I was back in Melbourne. It's better weather down there as the ball is punched away. It'll be a free kick. And the free kick will go against Essendon. The free kick to go to Terry Danaher at half forward. He goes for a short pass. It'll be, oh no, it's too long. But Burdett's got the chance here, going after the ball, but he carts it over the line and out of bounds.
I didn't think that was over.
Yes, it went over. It was over underneath his legs there, I think, Pete. So it's out of bounds about 10 metres around from that Essendon goal. Ball back into play again. Knocked on by Moore. A good knockout, but there's Schultz going after. He's a dangerous player. Running to Reed that time. This gave Ablett a chance to get clear, and he's got a lot of dash. He goes out wide, trying to get the ball out there to Manane. Stoneham's after him now, but Manane's got time to get around him. He's grabbed. Might be a free kick. Yes, it is to Manane. Grabbed when he didn't have the ball. Stoneham not too happy about that decision, but it was there all the way. Kicked by Manane. Back there towards Tuck. And Matthews going after. It's too long. Matthews gets it back to Tuck, but it's off target and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds this time about 50 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. They're 94 points to Essendon 113. Ball back into play again. Knocked away by Andrews. Stand clear when he runs through a pack. Got a circle. He could play two up when he gets goes out to the ball. Kicked off the ground by Goad. Thompson misses that. Down goes Mew. Couldn't pick it up. Thompson gets a hand pass out again. In goes Danaher. He can't pick it up, and the umpire's going to ball it up at centre half forward. Oh, there's someone down. That's Andrews.
Is that the square off?
It might have been, but takes a while. The umpire's found a free kick.
Goss is gone, has he? Yep.
He's got Goss. Yes,
busy night, isn't it?
Goss is, no, that's Andrews, and Goss reported here today, and Andrews gets the free kick. But I think Ronnie, even though he's rubbing his head, he's got a concrete head. It won't hurt that.
We like throwing cream puffs at the spirit of progress.
There she goes, the kick by Andrews. Ball back there towards the centre of the ground, and a great mark to Crow. Too good for Moncrief that time. Little short of centre field, and a long kick, and just about with a 15-metre penalty here. Could even kick a goal from this position.
When a player's going to hand pass, surely you can try and stop them.
Yes, there's the kick. That's a beautiful kick, and it just knows it going through. Let's see the result. 1 point, but that was a mighty boot by Max Crow that time, and another point to Essendon. They go to 17-12, 114 to Hawthorn 14-10, 94. And about 27 minutes gone of this third quarter. Hawthorn players running into each other. Tuck gets the ball out there to Eade. Eade clears. His kick is back there. It's smothered a bit, but picked up by Wallace. Back to Eade again. Picked it up nicely. Goes for a pass round on Matthews. He's got the mark. He got away from Hawker that time. Right on the boundary line. A very difficult shot, but they badly need a goal here. There's the shot. There's the distance out from goal. You can see the goals on the screen, and Matthews has already kicked 2 goals. Fires. That's not a bad sort of a kick either. Magnificent goal by Lee Matthews, and there we see Hawthorn moving on to 15-10, 100 points to Essendon 17-12, 114.
Well, Hawthorn gradually getting closer.
Well, it's only 14 points for difference now, so it's going to be anybody's go.
And it would be the closest Hawthorn have been, certainly since half-time. And obviously...
Can't give it away yet, but I've got a feel they might come home like a house on fire.
Well, Essendon always give you the impression that they could cut loose very, very soon. However, it's not over yet, as you mentioned. Justin Madden beaten by Payton. Goad, or tried to go straight through Terry Danaher, and has been penalised. Not much chance to get rid of that. And the free kick going Essendon's way. Taken by Fowler, I think that was down there. Knocked away from Madden. He almost got that at the second grab, Simon Madden. Taken by Russo from the back pocket. Russo goes back, only to find Alan Reid in position. Reid shoots at goal. Won't quite make the distance. Crow with the big lead. Had his name on that, Max Crow. Threaded his way around 2 Hawthorn opponents and has got it back to Schultz. Great play, Max Crow.
You can put your glasses down about this shot.
I've already put it down.
Mark it down on your board.
Bad play by Russo there, though. You know, when in doubt, the old saying, go to the boundary.
I would.
And it would have been far better to put it long out towards the boundary and straight to Alan Reid.
So Schultz will come in for his 5th goal. 5-1 on, he kicks it to goal. 5 goals from 5 shots at goal, I would say, for Graham Schultz. And is he an acquisition to Essendon?
Well, I tell you what, the moment he gets a kick within kicking distance, the umpires all go back to the centre. They take it. That's how confident they are about it. The goal umpires get the flags out.
Actually, he kicked 5-1. I can't remember him missing from a direct shot.
Must have been sitting down when he fired from that one.
Very possibly. So Essendon back to a 20-point advantage, which is what it has been for most of the match. Justin Madden, need I say it, Bahaja. This is where Essendon are winning it, getting it out of the centre. Bahaja's high kick towards the half-back flank. Knocked away from Payton. Fowler, he only pulled his hair out. Free kick going... no, it's not a free kick. I thought Fowler would have got the free kick for sure, but it's not. And it will be balled up on the half-back flank, or close to it. It's on the edge of the square, actually. Knocked down by Madden again. Mew couldn't get his kick in. In goes Ablett. Ablett's kick is short. Was that a mark, or was it not a mark? Mike Dye was right on the scene as Foulds takes the ball. And Gary Foulds from half-back decides to go for the hand pass. That's effective as well. Out towards where Ablett takes the mark now for Hawthorn. Ablett at right half-back flank. Kick dropping a little bit short. Tucks down there, knocked away by Matthews. In comes Foulds again, clear of Goad. He'll go towards the defensive side of the ground. Found Alan Reid, but it bounced off his chest. It gives the chance to Turner to run in and score. Turner shoots at goal and has put it through for full points.
Oh, beautiful goal.
So a great goal to Turner, who started the game off in the back pocket. 18-12, the Essendon overture, 120. Hawthorn 16-10, 106.
Great kicking for goal. You know, when you worked it out, 16-10 against 18-10, Bob.
I don't know about you, Lou, but in running there, I looked at Turner and saw he was going to kick it left foot and felt to myself, gee, you know, he should take the extra few steps and straighten up. But he certainly made a lie of what I was thinking on that occasion.
Okay, about 13.5 minutes gone of the third quarter. Watson's grabbed, but still gets his kick back there to Bird. Eddie flew, couldn't hold the mark. Robertson comes through, backs his judgment all the way. He'll land this well in the goal square, looking down there for Davis. Oh, he couldn't hold the mark, Davies, and it's through and out of bounds.
And full marks to Robertson in this term.
Yes,
he's
played very well.
Put Hawthorn into attack on many occasions.
Well, Hawthorn have put themselves back in the game now. There's no doubt about that. Only 14 points the difference. And we're just about on siren time. Andrews and Davies. They both missed that. A chance now for the ball to be driven away by Fowles. Out wide to Turner and Reid. It's out of bounds. A chance now for Hawthorn to go back into attack through Manane, and Manane's already kicked four goals.
And he wouldn't be far off this either, even though it is right on the boundary line.
Might be kicking to the breeze, Bob, but otherwise I reckon he'd have a great chance of kicking this one. There's the kick by Manane. Not a bad sort of a shot, and Bobby Skelton's right again, right on the goal line. And what on the siren time, we see the score now. Only 8 points the difference. 17 goals, 10, 112 for Hawthorn to Western. 18 goals, 12, 120. And we've got a game on our hands now.
They'd want the first goal. Final quarter now from the GABBA. 8 points the difference in favour of Essendon. We see Simon Madden in the ruck. That's the first time today that he's had a run on the ball. His brother has done most of the ruck work. Timmy Watson's kick comes down towards the Essendon centre-half forward position. He gets the punch down, back towards Schultz. Here's danger for Hawthorn. Schultz, long handball, looks for Reid or Crow. Neither can pick it up. In goes Russo, who shoots it out towards Kelvin Moore of Hawthorn in the back pocket. Moore's kick is short, out towards the half-back flank. Matthews goes in very solidly and spread eagles a couple. Foulds takes the ball in the meantime, gets it back towards the full forward pocket, and Madden!
Well, I reckon that fell into his arms that time. He lost sight of it.
Oh, that was a great mark.
I know, but he lost sight of it, I reckon, Bob, don't you?
Yes, but he had himself in position to take it. He threw himself up there, and he absolutely went for that ball with in his mind, you could see him saying, this is mine.
Certainly was. Great mark. So the brothers swapped positions, and it could be the first goal of the final term. It takes about an hour and a half to line up for a kick, Justin Madden, I must admit.
Takes about an hour and a half to hit his boot, too, the time it drops down.
He's missed that one. That's through for a point, I think. So, he's not as accurate as his brother, who's kicked 5 so far. And here it is in replay. Let's take a look at it again. A great grab, as it turned out. There it was. Fine mark. Justin Madden at the minute-and-a-half mark of the final term. Bahaja taking the ball for Essendon up towards full forward. Knocked down past Schultz. He's the danger man. Matthews also on the ball for Hawthorn. Looks for a handball out towards the wing position, and Russo, he couldn't take it. Picked up again for Essendon by Schultz, who screws it back towards the centre-half forward position. I think you'll see Polkinghorn in the road.
9 points the difference. We're at the 2.5-minute mark of the last quarter, so it's anybody's game at the moment. The ball back by Polkinghorne. Chance for Tuck to mark. He was grabbed by Terry Danaher and will take the free kick. A little short of centre-half forward. He's hooked that down very casually. Oh, he's overrun the ball, Davies. He's going after it again. Andrews is there. Davies comes out with this. Could be a goal. He's ready to fire, and he's put it through. So it's only 3 points the difference. And what a goal.
This is Statewide new big payout passport. It offers Victorians a bigger, better way to save. Your money is instantly available. From $1, you earn 10% per annum. When your savings reach 5,000, all your money earns 11%. And from 10,000, it all earns 13%. Big interest from an everyday money account from Statewide.
Only 3 points the difference, and we approach the 4-minute mark. And Davies kicking that last goal. That was his third. May have been a little bit lucky, overran the ball the first time, but picked it up on the rebound and kicked a lovely goal. So they're back in business, the Hawks. Up it goes. Madden gets the knockout. Matthews trying to crash his way through the pack. And Fowler's collared by Scott with a headlock, but the umpire's going to ball it up around about the centre field area. So 3 points the difference. This is the closest it's been for a long time. The Hawks fighting back now. Full of determination, knocked out by Reed, grabbed by the little budgie as he fires the ball down there towards big Justin Madden again. He's got another mark. This time he's on the opposite side of the ground on about the same angle, about the same distance before when he kicked the point. So Madden's yet to kick a goal. He's been a superstar in the ruck, and now he's doing a great job down there, taking 2 marks in this first 5 minutes of football in the last quarter. Only 3 points the difference. This could be 9 points if he's accurate enough. The shot. But a bad sort of a kick, and the big fella, 6'9", if he put it through, right through the middle. So at the 4.5-minute mark, it's Essendon now 9 points in front again. 19 goals, 13, 127 to Hawthorn, 18, 10, 118.
Well, the brothers change over and successful. Simon into the ruck, just into the forward pocket to have a rest, and kicks a very valuable goal for Essendon to retain their ascendancy, which they have had for most of the afternoon, in fact, since the first quarter. However, Hawthorn, to their credit, have not thrown in the sponge and got within 3 points at the 3-minute mark of this term. Scott to Matthews on the ball for the first time today. Nagel, best centre-man in Australia. There's big Simon, Justin again. Moncrief having all sorts of trouble down there. There's another goal to the big guy if he's straight enough. It's not, it's through for 1 point. And that makes the difference now 10 points on the 7 big league scoreboard. Essendon 18 goals, 19-14, 128 to Hawthorn 18-10, 118. Polkinghorne from half-back flank, looks for Turner, knocked away by Folds. Oh, up to Daisy. Folds unloaded. Reed settles the score. It's a free kick to Essendon.
It's touch with free kicks, Pete.
Well, maybe got him a bit high, Lou.
That was never a free kick to Green.
Oh, well, it's 3 ways that could have gone then. Knocked away from Bahaja down towards Wallace. It's knocked away from him in turn, taken by Matthews, but the kick is high. It's not 10 metres. Play on. Watson knocks it down on the bottom of the pack as Wallace to Goss, who's had his number taken by 2 umpires seemingly, and umpire Cameron has decided to ball it up just about at midfield. Essendon 10 points in front. Madden and Scott hit it straight to Merv Nagel, who in turn gets it up to the big guy again. With Justin Madden, Burdett overruns the ball. There's Essendon players everywhere now, and shooting for goal is Neil Danaher. He's off target, and it goes through for 1 point to make the difference 11 points. And so Hawthorn need 2 goals. 19-15, 129 the Dons, and the Hawks 18-10, 118.
7 minutes gone of the last quarter, so there's still plenty of time for the Hawks as the ball is brought back into play again. Tuck at the back, but there's Timmy Watson, dropped an easy one. Hasn't been a great day for Tim. And the big fella dropped the sitter. Justin Madden should have marked it. He's disgusted with himself as Robertson takes the ball away and it's out of bounds. Well, there you see, he takes 2 screamers and there's a sip of one he drops. Might have been over-anxious, Bob.
Even though
he's 6'9", he's only a kid at heart. Ball knocked down by Scott, grabbed by Goss, and as Peter said before, he's been reported over to Green, one in the back, and he'll take a free kick out there at half-back.
It's been quiet today.
Yeah, very quiet player, Russell Green. I noticed that Wallace has gone out of the game completely since he got that knock in the early part of the match. He was really starring. Punched away by Andrews. Another bloke that's been reported. Over to Simon Madden. The kick is up there towards full forward, and a mark there. Oh, he nearly dropped it, Robertson, but he's been a very good player since half-time. A hand pass coming over there to Moore, and Moore gets the ball out there, and a good mark taken there by Turner. Turner out there on the half-back line, shoots the ball up towards centre half forward. The pack fly. Tucker's pushed out of the pack by Terry Danaher. He's not too happy about the free kick, and Tuck will take the free kick round about 55 metres out from goal, on the edge of the square. So we're approaching the 8-minute mark, and the difference is, 11
points.
11 points. So a goal here will put them right back in business again. They'll try and get it up there. I don't know if there's anyone good enough to take the mark. That's a good kick by Tuck. It's falling a bit short. In comes Andrews. Drops an easy one. Pushed out the Davies. He snapped for goal. What's the result? Is it coming around enough? 1 point, so it's 10 points the difference. 18 goals, 11, 119 Hawthorn to Essendon 19, 15, 129. So they're still attacking Hawthorn as the ball comes back into play again. Out there towards centre half back. Off the top of the pack, picked up by Matthews. He's been a pretty quiet player. Hand pass out to Manane. Another one over here to Ablett. Doesn't know where to go. Has a kick, it's smothered. It falls short. Watson's got it. His kick comes to the ground pretty quickly. In goes Ablett. Back to Matthews again, and Matthews is clear. The hand pass smothered. Back to Goss there in the forward pocket. Watson's after him. His kick is short. The mark taken there by Hawker in the back pocket. I doubt whether that was 10 metres. I'll tell you that now.
It wasn't 5. Hawker. Up towards Bahaja. As I said earlier, one of the favourites for the Brownlow this year, Tony Bahaja, towards right half forward. He's looking for Nagel. He's got the pace to beat Tuck, but Tuck picks him up pretty quickly. Good tackle. Nagel again. To Thompson. Reed. Into the pocket. Caught. Held it for a fortnight. Good tackle by Robertson, who'll take the free kick for Hawthorn.
Been a very good player since half-time.
He has. Played a very good game in that third quarter. He was instrumental in getting Hawthorn back into the match. Folds is underneath the ball, unopposed.
I can't stop getting the impression that there's something wrong with Matthews.
Well, as Jack Dyer would say, he keeps going where the ball ain't today, which is most unlike him.
Even when he's been there, he hasn't handled it cleanly. It's just, well, not Lee Matthews.
Into the goal square, and out of the goal square comes Chris Mew with a wild old sort of a kick that goes up towards Wallace. Wallace over towards Turner again, coming into the game a little bit. Turner's long kick up towards centre half forward. Bounce doesn't favour anybody in particular. Stoneham caught with the ball, play on. Goad overruns it. In fact, runs into that Ronnie Andrews down there, and Andrews has come out of it with the free kick because, according to the umpire, he was pushed in the back. He's given it over towards Stoneham, who hasn't really done much wrong today, Alan Stoneham. Very safe in defence for Essendon. The short pass is a ripper to the goal sneak of the game. That's Graham Schultz. Schultz's long boot up towards full forward. Kelvin Moore held. He didn't have the ball. Turner on the bottom of the stack down there, and getting pushed out rather nicely is Manane. Neil Danaher seizes his opportunity in the ball into the goal square, and it'll be a free kick or a mark to Robertson.
Good mark to Robertson. Down there in defence, defending very well at the moment. And of course the difference now is only 10 points. Got plenty of time. It's about 11 minutes into this last quarter. Ball pushed out there by Hawthorn. Comes out to Ablett. He's clear. He's grabbed a fresh air shot. It hits the ground. A hand pass coming out from Wallace. Over it goes to Matthews. Goad. He's in trouble. He better fire for the goals. It's going towards the goals. Will it make the distance? Oh, nearly a mark. He's not paying it to Weed, but finally we see Andrews pick it up there in the back pocket. Take it away from the danger zone. Out it goes. In comes Nagel, but a good mark there to Reed. They're all off balance. He has a run, a short pass. It's a bad one, and a good mark taken there by Russo at centre half back. So the Hawks are still hanging in there, only 10 points down. A good pass and a mark there to Payton. Payton's on the edge of the square, round about the centre wing area. They want to get a goal on. We're approaching the 12-minute mark as the ball is shot across there towards centre half forward. Davies in front, got the mark, a beautiful mark. And Andrews blowing a tripe out of Stoneham that time for getting in his way because he couldn't get a fair dinkum punch at it. So Davies about 40 metres out from goal, and he's already kicked 3. This will make the difference 4 points. Taking his time, this All-Australian player. He kicks. What's the result? 1 point. So it's 9 points the difference now at the 13-minute mark. 18 goals, 12, 120 Hawthorn to Essendon 19, 15, 129.
Kick out taken from the goal square by Folds. He went over the line, incidentally, there too. Ablett to Russo. Oh, shocking kick by Russo. Finds Matthews, though, so effectively it came out all right. Ablett, Davies, under pressure, over the top to Tuck. He'll have to go for a quick hand pass. Looks for Matthews or Goss. Goss going further out from goal. Finds Manane. Shoots from 10 metres out. And he's put it through for a point. Well, Hawthorn squandering opportunities up forward now. They kicked, I think when the game opened, 4 points straight. Ball will go back because the goal umpire was still waving the flags. It's 8 points the difference now, still in favour of Essendon, who look to have the situation in command, although Hawthorn, as I said, only down by 8 points, but Essendon always seem to find something. Fold, long and wide, towards the outer side of the ground. Moncrief and Crow, much better judgment. He's got a great pair of hands like Simon Madden. They don't miss too much on a dry day, these guys. Crow is at left half back. Play on, says umpire Mike Dye. Long boot up towards Simon Madden. He's too tall for more, but it's punched clear. Chris Mew, hurried handball down towards Peter Russo. Graham Schultz is right there with him. In comes Thompson for Essendon, nearly upset the apple cart of Polkinghorne. Back it goes to Russo, whose short kick just reaches centre field. Burdett backs his judgment and comes in okay. Ball booted out towards the half-forward line now for Essendon. Out they come. Reid is there first. Taps it cleverly to Nagel. Here's danger for Hawthorn. Off he goes. Nagel shoots for goal and has missed. One behind.
Little Bahajar was sitting there in the goal square on his own. Yes.
130 to 121. 9 points the difference.
Waiting on more. 9 points the difference. And we're approaching the 14-minute mark of this last quarter. And Hawthorn still putting up a fight. They're not going down without a fight. The ball comes back there towards Tuck and Danaher. Beautiful mark to Terry Danaher. They had a great tussle trying to get themselves into position, but that was a beautiful mark by Terry Danaher. He could land this right in the goal square. Usually a long kick. It's a good kick too. It's covering the distance okay. Could be a goal. No, it's touched on the line. Going after it now is Robertson. He goes for the boundary line. I think he tried to find his teammate Payton there. And the ball is out of bounds. It's out of bounds on that forward pocket position about 10 metres around from the Essendon goal. At the moment, they're 9 points in front. Madden gets the tap down, picked up by Mew. The ball driven back there towards Payton and Terry Danaher. They fly off, flying high that time was big Justin Madden. Matthews runs into his own mate Tuck that time. The ball finally is forced out. And this is Green taking it away. A hand pass to Ablett. He shows a lot of pace, but right on his tail is Danaher. As the ball goes out wide, and a mark to Davies. Great mark, and he'd be about 45 to 50 metres out. He's going for a short pass, looking for Matthews. It's a bad pass. Put Matthews under pressure. He was swamped by two players there, and Hawker and Stoneham, and the ball is out of bounds. So it's only about 10 metres around from the Hawthorn goal, and they're 9 points in front at the moment. Essendon, I should say, not Hawthorn. Andrews and Davies. Davies got the tap down. There's a go now for Green. Gets a hand pass back. Kicked by Wallace, not a good one. Picked up by Danaher. The ball shot along the ground, going for the boundary line, and it's out of bounds. Out there towards their half-forward line, about 50 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. There we see a change. It looks as though
Scott getting ready to come back.
Scott getting ready to come on the ground. Ball finally kicked back there now. Hurd takes the mark. A hand pass coming over there to Reid. Picks it up beautifully. Plenty of Essendon players around as a hand pass out there on the wing goes to Bahajar. A long kick looking there for Simon Madden in front. He's found him all right. A beautiful mark and a good kick by the little fella that time. Placed it beautifully, and Madden's already kicked 5 goals. Going for goal number 6. Directly in front, only about 35 metres out.
He doesn't usually miss those.
No, he doesn't miss many, Peter. The bearded captain. Of course, he'd be a very proud man if they win this match, because his brother's just about the best player on the ground. They're giving him a bit of a rest now. They've got him up there on the forward line. I think he might be back on the ball again. Waiting for Simon Madden. Knows this is a vital kick because they're only in front by 9 points at the moment. He's put that right through the middle. Another goal. That's goal number 6 to Simon Madden, and of course.
Are you still doing the set minuet? Why rent a set when you can go remote? For just a few cents more, you can rent a touch-tune remote control set from Radio Rentals.
Bring Radio Rentals color.
Get the best from the biggest. Stop dancing around. Check our number in the yellow pages.
15 points the difference. Essendon going away again. Russo. Justin Madden. The Beanstalk, who's best on the ground for my book. Out towards Robertson from right half-back flank. He's perhaps Hawthorn's best, or certainly after half-time he's played a very good game of football. Scott back to Robertson. Robertson with superior pace. Gets clear of Fowler, but the kick is wide. It's out towards half-forward, and Eade scoops it up. And he takes the mark for Hawthorn about 50 metres out from goal. Well, Green was on his own down there, but he didn't see him. Comes in for the kick now. It's a wobbly one, dropping short in towards the goal square. Matthews almost grabbed it. Couldn't complete the mark. Terry Danaher dives on top of him, and it will be a ball up in the goal square about 5 metres out. And Hawthorn badly need a goal here with the clock showing 17 minutes gone in the term, and Hawthorn trailing by 15 points. They're not beaten yet, but Essendon in the box seat, of course. Stodham's kick wide towards the flank. It's okay. Well, Crow couldn't take that one. Scooped out towards Ablett. In fact, it was almost thrown. It was, says the umpire. Max Crow doing the umpiring pretty well out there. Said it was a throw umpire, and he said, okay, it's a free kick to Fowler. Play on. Grant Fowler does just that. Looks for Neil Danaher. Behind the captain. Well, it doesn't bounce well for Nagel, but he backs his judgment okay. Fires it out to goal sneak Schultz. I wonder if he'll kick one from there. Won't quite make the distance. Oh, must be afraid of more this time. It was a trip, said the umpire. I thought he pushed him in the back, but it didn't make any difference because Kelton Moore has come out of it with the free kick, even though Madden had taken the mark. Reid getting grabbed, maybe too high. Put his head down, says the umpire. And a free kick going to Jeff Ablett of Hawthorn, who started the game off on Reid, was taken off him. Russo replaced him, and now he's back on him, it looks like. Tuck in front, has it knocked away. Russo high towards centre half forward. Where are the Hawthorn forwards? Scott will give it to Matthews. No, plays it on his own. Don Scott gets dragged down after he kicked the ball, which has gone out of bounds on the full. A free kick to Essendon's Alan Stone.
We're at the 20-minute mark of the last quarter. Time running out for the Hawks. 20 goals, 16, 136. Essendon to Hawthorn, 18, 13, 121. 15 points the difference. The ball out there on that half-back line. Going after it now is Reid. Manane chips in. Can't pick it up on the line. Finally, it comes back to Turner. Spins out of the pack, but gives the wrong hand pass. It's finally picked up by Burdett. Punched away by Polkinghorne. Going after meet it now is Schultz. Schultz goes for a short pass. It's okay. He's found Crow there about 50 metres out from goal. He could have easily played on that time, but decides to go back for a kick because he knows he could nearly kick the distance, but he goes for a short pass. It's too long for Burdett, and it's out of bounds.
Yes, I couldn't work out why Crow, particularly with the scoreboard showing a margin of 15 points, and you don't mind if the clock ticks away a little bit longer. Crow could have easily have put it right through.
Easily, Bob. Ball back into play again. Moore and Madden going for the knockout. Madden gets the tap down, picked up by Green. The ball shot out there towards the wing position. Once again, it's Crow. Couldn't hold it the second time. Bit of a struggle going on there, and the umpire comes across to ball it up on the centre wing position. Still 15 points the difference. We're 21 minutes into this last quarter in favour of Essendon. Justin Madden got the tap down to Watson. He's grabbed a little bit slow. Burdett with a beautiful hand pass over to Foles. Running pass at centre half forward. A long shot. But he's off target, so the difference now is 16 points in front of Essendon. In favour of Essendon. The ball coming back now to play. We see Moncrief. Well, I think the Hawks might have shot their bolt. They're starting to settle down better. That's going for the markers, but Bahajar picked up by Neil Danaher. A rush shot for goal. It'll go out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to go to Moncrief down there in the back pocket.
Moncrief has played most of the day in defence. Thompson standing on the mark. Moncrief on the Sir Leslie Wilson stand side of the ground. Goes for the long kick and looks for Tuck, and I think he should be paid the mark after that attempt. Michael Tuck. No? What's happening?
Watson being the front man.
And Tuck came down with it anyway, but Watson obviously had his hands on it first, says the umpire. So Timmy Watson was the mark. Right half forward. Kicking to the main scoreboard end. And knocked over the boundary line by Colin Robertson of Hawthorn, so a throw-in will eventuate about 30 metres from goal.
I reckon we'd have about 10 minutes to go, Pete.
Oh, maybe not that, Lou. 22 minutes gone. There haven't been that many goals kicked in this quarter. Hawthorn need 3 to win the match. Simon Madden knocks it down, but it's a free kick to Hawthorn's Don Scott with the golden boots. Scott, not knowing which way to go at the moment, decides to go long. Looking for Tuck. Danaher's right there with him, knocked away by the biggest man on the ground. That's Justin Madden. Ablett with the handball from Green. Right on the boundary line, Jeff Ablett keeps the ball in play. Ronnie Andrews will get there first. He won't care if it goes over the boundary line down there. It's in the Hawthorn forward pocket, about 35 metres, make that 25 out from goal. In fact, it's a little bit less where the boundary umpire's going. Now he's coming back. Ruckman set themselves. Andrews will contest it with Davies. Scott. Andrews looking for the free. Likewise, Manane. The umpire says, no acting here, guys. And a ball up to take place, says umpire Peter Cameron, 20 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Hawthorn needing 3 goals, and we've been playing 23 minutes now. It seems to be an impossible task for them. And crowd coming to life here. Scott getting some encouragement. Picked up by Hawker. That could be over the boundary line on the full. It's going to go pretty close. No, just inside. So luck not with Hawthorn. That was only about an eighth of a metre, I think.
I think all the crowd are taking Hawthorn's part. They're yelling out Hawthorn, Hawthorn. You can hear them chanting in the background there.
Well, some encouragement might help. Believe me, they certainly need it. Scott got that one away from Madden, but Pahajar all gets caught with the ball. Terry Danaher comes in for the backup out towards Schultz. Folds it was, and Folds out towards Nagel. Now Nagel with a long kick up towards Simon Madden. Takes it like a ballet dancer. And by gee, he is a great player, isn't he? Really spectacular leap. Rudolph Nareyev would have been proud of that. Is that right?
Nicely done.
Don Scott off and Peyton on.
I would say it's the Madden brothers day to day. They've knocked Hawthorn off their perch, haven't they?
You could just about give them 1-2 or 2-1. It wouldn't matter. Madden, with that unusual kicking style, has sewn the game up for Essendon. 7 goals to Simon Madden. Magnificent effort from him. Great captain's game, and that goal coming up at the 24-minute mark of the final term. 21-17, 143 to 18-13, 121.
Well, as we mentioned before, Bob, you'd have to give the credit to the 2 Madden boys. They've really dominated this game. They've been the winning factor of the match.
Along with Nagel in the centre. You know, you mentioned before about from the moment that Wallace got that heavy knock and obviously a little bit concussed. It's not like Terry Wallace not to get too many kicks as down goes Burdett. And we'll get the free kick. And I think the ball game really now has stopped because the tempo has gone right off. A lot of tired players out there, and understandably so, because it's been a game that has quickly gone from one end to the other.
Another one.
Point to Schultz, I think it was, and of course the score moves on to 18-13, 121 Hawthorn to Essendon now 21-18, 144, and we said both sides would be kicking a high score, and that's what's happening at the moment. So we're at the 26, just on the 26-minute mark of this last quarter. Ball knocked out again, going after to Matthews. He's been a pretty quiet player today. And as Bob said, he's got a little bit suspicious he may be injured because he's certainly not the Matthews we know. Back it goes to Terry Danaher. He's down, picked up by Justin May. Got one right in the stomach that time, and he went down. And the umpire said, OK, play on as we see Fowles kick it up there towards Simon Madden. He flies. He's headed at the pack, but there's nearly a goal coming up to Fowler. Spins out of the pack, but gets in the double. He got it through. What a goal by Fowler. What a magnificent goal.
Selling small trucks in Australia is a pretty tight game. And so is getting into them. Until now. Meet the not-so-squeezy one. Mitsubishi's Canter. More headroom, shoulder room, leg room, and more payload than the others. Mitsubishi's Canter. Petrol or diesel.
Not so squeezy.
From your Mitsubishi dealer.
Of course, as Bob said, he balked himself back into trouble. Missed by Peyton, knocks it out to Wallace. Wallace's kick is back there towards centre half forward, but the Bombers doing it easy now. And they've got this game well over, I would say, at the 27-minute mark as Hawker kicks the ball back over towards centre half forward. Flying high was Crow. Ball driven up there by Turner. Actually goes back towards the centre half forward position. Punched on again by Crow. Over to Madden in a bit of trouble. A hand pass back to Bahajar. He runs into Danaher. Danaher gets a hurried kick, a chance for Polkinghorne, but he's too slow. Fowler caught him in pretty well. And the free kick will go to Polkinghorne. Could have been a bit lucky that time as we approach the 27.5-minute mark. And Hawthorn are trailing 18-13, 121 to Essendon, 22 goals, 18, 150. Wait for the ball to go out there to a wing position. A good mark to Schultz. Just a marvellous thing when a couple of goals does. It makes you run about 10 feet tall. A mark there to Bahajar. He's been a pretty good player today too. Well, I don't think I've seen him play a bad game since we've watched Essendon play this year, Pete, and I must go along with it. He'd be a chance for the Brownlow too. Short pass, and a beautiful pass by Bahajar, and a mark there to Danaher.
Well, Hawthorn got within 3 points in the early stages of the final quarter, but Essendon, as they have done right throughout the afternoon, answered the challenge, and they're going on for a fairly comfortable win.
Well, there's the chance for Danaher to kick his first goal. This is Neil Danaher, and he's been a pretty good player today. He had one great quarter today. Kick in by Danaher. What's he done? 1 point. So they move on to 22 goals, 19, 151. To Hawthorn, 18, 13, 121. So it's a difference of 29 points. And you can put down your glasses now as the ball goes back there towards centre field. Knocked out by Polkingham. Bird that drives it back there towards the full forward position. And a good mark there in defence by Moore.
Kelvin Moore in the back pocket. Always gone very close to the boundary line, but Robertson takes it just inside it, in front of Grant Fowler. Siren not too far away. 28 minutes nearly gone. Justin Madden trying it one-handed. Tuck to Matthews. Matthews left half forward. Stoneham in front. Can't complete the mark. Knock further forward. Here's a chance for Goss. Goss shoots for goal and has put it through for Hawthorn. So Norm Goss bringing up, maybe surprisingly, his first goal of the day. But he hasn't been a brilliant player today, Goss. And Hawthorn's 19th goal coming on the board, 19-13. 127 to Essendon, 22-19, 151.
Well, there's the score, Peter. 127 points would win just about most games, wouldn't it?
It certainly would be the highest losing score of the year without looking at the stats, I would reckon. But anyway, it's a fairly small ground here, as you mentioned before, Lou. So we did expect a high-scoring game before the match got underway. Back into the centre. Siren not too far away, maybe a couple of minutes left at most, I would suggest. Justin Madden to Neil Danaher. Caught with the ball. Hawthorn's free kick. And it will be taken at centre field by Russo. That's a good boot. Plenty of distance in that kick. Andrews behind, goes for the punch, but Davies has got it.
Well, Pete, you've got to give Hawthorn credit. They're really fighting back. They haven't thrown the sponge in for 1 second throughout this match.
Davies, 25 metres out, directly in front. Hawthorn could get 4 points, by the way, at the VFL table on Wednesday if South Melbourne lose those points for the game at Waverley earlier in the year. Davies shoots for goal and has put it through. Davies 4 goals to his credit now, and he is the second highest Hawthorn goal kicker next to Peter Murnane. 2013, 133 to 22-19, 151. It really has been a close game right throughout the afternoon, and Essendon will run out, we can say, narrow winners, I think, because it has been a very high-scoring affair.
Well, it's 30 minutes gone, Bob.
I'm sure those the many fans that are here to see VFL football played under match conditions for match points would be going home very happy with the performance put up by both sides.
Full marks to both teams. Looks like Essendon will win it, but to Hawthorn not giving up. They're going back into attack again. A good mark there to Terry Danaher. 18 points the difference. There's the siren, and Essendon have won this match at the GABBA Oval, and we see the final scores. Essendon 22 goals, 19, 151, defeating Hawthorn 20 goals, 13, 133.